Lord. Hallelujah. 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 Praise the Lord. Praise Jesus. Conquer Satan. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Baba Shile, that's for you. Hey, I can see you there. Baba Shile, me. Baba, Orile Ayo. Ọláyọ̀ mi, má jẹ́ kó bà mí lẹ́kún. Bàbá ṣílẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ mi. Ìbànújẹ́ o, jẹ́ kó jìnnà sílẹ̀ mi. Mọ́mú mi dùn bàbá orílẹ̀ ayọ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ ayọ̀ mi, má jẹ́ kó bà mí lẹ́kún. Ṣílẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ mi. Bàbá ṣílẹ̀kùn ayọ̀ mi. Ìbànújẹ́ o, jẹ́ kó jìnnà sílẹ̀ mi. Mọ́mú mi dùn bàbá orílẹ̀ ayọ̀. Ọ̀rọ̀ ayọ̀ mi, má jẹ́ kó bà mí lẹ́kún. Yummy. Right. My lovely people. My lovely, lovely people, you're all welcome to today's live stream. It is so hot here. We are roasting here in the UK, but we thank God for this weather. You're very welcome. I can see my sister Nen. Thank you so much for coming. Gorex, thank you for coming. Thank you for the thumbs up. Please give the thumb up as you come in. Hi, Mami. Oh, thank you, Natty Slim, for coming. I need to put the fan on. Oh my God! I even opened the back garden here, but it's just too hot. Thank you so much for coming, every one of you. Today, I will be in there. I will be back later. Okay. You'll be back later. That's fine. No wahala. So they say, no wahala. Right. We have a topic to discuss today, but before then, we'll just be singing. And when we have enough people in the house, we can go into today's discussion. Hopefully, we're not going to take too long today. That's something that I just want us to look into. It's going to be like, and I'm going to drop the link later on if anybody wants to come up. And people who are not Nigerians may not know what is going on, but I think you should, because I'm sure we all connect with each other. I mean, Natty Slim is not Nigerian; she's based in New York. B Joy Special, I don't know where she is from. Gorex is Nigerian, but she's not. So we are from all over. So what is happening on social media with a particular family? I've talked about this family before. I've just finished recording a sit-down video. Obviously, you know that sit-down videos are not too long, so we have to sort of chat about it because it concerns everyone. We are using this family as point of contact, but it concerns every one of us, no matter your level in life. What we are going to share today concerns every one of us, and we all have to learn from it. Please share me out if you can. We just want other people, some people to be in here with us. I know that it's always a busy day on Sundays. People have all sorts of things that they're doing, but please share if you can, so we can have more people in the house. Okay, please. I hope where you all are, well, those in America, I dare not ask. I know that most of the area where you are in America is very hot, just like it is here for us in UK. This is our hot weather here don't last. So that's when it's like this. Although sometimes it becomes too hot for me, but I don't want to complain because I know that it doesn't last. Where is our host? Where is our host? Are you not seeing me? Hi. B-Joy Special. I hope what happened the last time is not happening today. Can you please tell me if you're seeing me? Where is our host? Okay, you mean how is our host? You say where? That worried me. I thought, oh, does it mean that they're not seeing me? But my sister, I was watching ads. Okay. I was wondering. Thank you. God, that worried me now. When you say, where is the host? I'm thinking, oh my God, we can see you. Okay, thank you for that. And I was like, I hope I've not been speaking to myself since like I did the last time. Okay, I see what you mean. You are in arts at that time. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Thank you. You know, while we're waiting for others to join, when I joined YouTube 2.5 years ago with my Ifechi family channel, you can see us. Okay, you can see me. That's fine. Thank you. Yeah, I was a little bit worried there when I saw that message from B-Joy. Okay, and I'm following now. Okay, that's good. Brilliant. Fantastic. When I joined YouTube on my Ifechi family channel 2.5 years ago, and then this channel is under 1 year. This channel is about 10 months old now, or 9 months. And when I started YouTube channel, nothing prepared me for some of the things I'm seeing on social media. I wasn't a social media, even still now, I'm still not. People will be wondering, what do you mean you're not a social media person and you're a YouTuber? Yes, I'm not. I just come here and do what I've got to do and go and support others who are obviously, I want to support and go inside. I'm not a social media person in the sense that, yes, I have YouTube, yes, which is the only place I'm very active. I have Instagram. I'm hardly there, just for communication and stuff like that. I have Facebook account. I can't remember when I posted something last there. So because it's just too much. When I see people who are very active on all the social medias, I wonder, how do they manage it all? Do they actually, something must be suffering. If you have to be active on social media, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, there's another one they call, this is a new one. This one they call TikTok. I don't know what that, I don't even know, and I don't want to even go in there about TikTok, but I've seen there's another one called TikTok. There's another one called something else. There's about so many. And you see one person having accounts on all these and being very active. Oh, something must go. Something must be neglected. Either you're neglecting yourself, you're neglecting your family, or something else. That something must be suffering for you to be very active in all these things. And some of these people also have 9 to 5 jobs now. Something definitely must be suffering in the process. But if you're able to manage it all, fine, go for it. But the important thing is that should not make us TikTok. Yes, that's a slim TikTok. Yeah, that should not make us to be so disrespectful, so ignorant, and that will not make us to be so tensed that we open our mouth sometimes and talk rubbish. Yeah, because some of the things, yes, I have to use the word rubbish because that's what it is. Sometimes when you hear people talk and what is going on, you wonder, why are people like this? Why are people like this? True talk. Thank you, sis. Yeah. So if you're not managing everything on social media that you have opened up, restrict them. I'm only very active on YouTube, and some of the things that is required on YouTube, I don't even do it myself. Somebody else is doing it for me because I have a life. I want to enjoy my life, and that is not because I'm much older than most of you. That is not because of that. Even if I'm still your age, I've always been like that. Even when I was raising my children up, I don't want too much stress in my life. No, I don't want too much stress in my life. So I'm not, when I talk this, people will not say, oh, because no, it's not because of my age. Now, it's because I've always been like that. My sanity is very important. And with the way things are going, when you see people's comments, when you see people responding to things, I just completed a video, as I said. That video will come up early this week. And I use Newton's third law of motion. Action and reaction, they're equal and opposite. Sometimes you say something, the person will have to try and react in a way that they should not, because that's how they feel at the time. They don't count to 10 before they talk. Oh, my spicy, you're here. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. AA was here earlier on. She was actually here. AA and my sister Nen, we are already in the house before I came on. So thank you so much for coming, everyone. I hope you've all remembered to give a thumb up. I just want us to share, discuss what is going on, because as I said in my sit down video that will be coming up soon, I said there that we're using this family because they brought themselves in social media, and we're using them as a point of contact or as a whatever you call it, but we are speaking to us, every one of us, because behind the scenes behind the scenes a lot of people are even worse than this person or that family, but because they chose to bring their own to social media, that's why we heard about it. That's why people react us and we are reacting about it. But how it all came out to social media, people recording people. Where I am, when you are recording somebody, you must let the person know that you're recording them. It's an offense. You can't just record me. I'm discussing with you, you're recording me. You tell me that just to inform you, this video is being recorded, this conversation is being recorded. And also, before you share it, you need to know what you're sharing. Why are you allowed to share this? This has caused a lot of problem for people. You don't just record people and start sharing it anyhow on social media. This can scatter families. This can scatter relationships. And it's happening now a lot. And it's not good. Please just excuse me. Just give me a minute, please. Yes. So as I was saying, I don't know. For as far as I know, I've lived in this UK more than I've lived in Nigeria. And as far as I know, you do not you record when you're recording somebody, the person must know that you're recording them. And before you share that recording, you have to obtain consent. The law says that if the recording is shared without consent of the participants, it becomes an offense. It's a great offense here. Yes, if this is done without the other party permission, especially at work. Yes, especially at work, and even in our day-to-day life, like in social media. What I heard from those recordings, I'm sure you, or if anybody here, my sister Nen, you're not a YouTuber, AA is not a YouTuber, you may not understand what I'm saying, but as we go along, you come to understand. You come to understand what it's all about. There are things you don't bring to social media. Before you record somebody, the person must know that you are, if it's just for personal use, I'm recording this because, for example, somebody is doing a teaching or somebody is giving a lecture and they don't want to miss anything from that lecture, you record it, fine. But when it comes to the fact that you have an issue with somebody, you are going through something, especially with family. This one I'm talking about concerns me because it's family. Now, a family member recorded the other person recorded the other person, and then what was said, recording without consent is actionable. Yes, sis. So you don't record people with, and then not just recording, sis. This one is not just about recording. It was recorded and then shared on social media. It went to the hands of reactors. Because there are people who reactors, there are Nigerian YouTubers who are reactors. I don't have anything against them. As I said in my sit down video, you hear what I said in that video. It's obviously I want us to discuss it today because my sit down video is always not that long. You know, you record somebody. First of all, in scenarios like this, the person must know that you're recording them. Okay, if they don't know that you're recording them and you're recording them for your own, for you to remember what was said, for you not to forget anything that the person said or that you said, you record the person, you also record yourself so that we can hear both sides. It's not the Nigerian don't care about the consequences of this action. Yeah, I know. When I when I listen to those things, I'm like, if it's in private, you must disclose to that you are recording them. Thank you, Natty Slim. You know, these people are in Nigeria and they're doing this. And some of the people who are reacting to this, who agreed to share these things, they're not in Nigeria, they are Nigerians, but they live in abroad. And that baffles me that people are sharing these things just like that without knowing the implications. And with this particular one, yes, what we heard from this lady, I think I put her name in my thumbnail. Her first name is Edith. Sorry, sis. Now my sister, you saw there, Nen, her full name is Edith as well. But sis, it's not your type of Edith. Trust me, it's not your type of Edith. If you know, if you want, I would share that what the person said. If at all you want to listen to that, it's so vulgar. No, I won't share it with you, sis. You won't like to hear that. It's so vulgar. Abracadabra is in the background, but she's back. So I was saying earlier on that you and my sister are not YouTubers, so you may not fully understand what I'm talking about. This family, this particular lady that they shared her voice note, what she was telling another person's husband. I will not share that. I will not even repeat it because it makes your ear to meaning the ear that hears it. I don't know how to transfer it in English, Jerry. The ear that hears that kind of thing. Sentence errors above. Okay, what did you say above? Sorry, I'm not even following the. There, what did you say? If is you must disclose. Okay. So what was said? Well, what gave me a big concern? I'm sure most of you have seen my short video I did yesterday. I did one on this channel and one on another channel. It's about this particular issue, and that is what I want us to discuss today because mental health is at stake. General health is at stake. Whether they want to believe it or not, I can see that. Some of them are no longer talking with their right senses. So I'm telling you now because they are so annoyed about something. And as I just said in my video, I recorded that will go up this week. I said that we do not know when the Sibo adage that says that if you are not there when somebody was buried, when they ask you to exhume the person, you start from the legs instead of starting from the head to exhume the body. So we do not fully understand this story and we don't want to know because all of us in our own families, we have different challenges. It's not all about these people. So we don't want to know. I was saying that we don't know the root cause of this problem. That's why people who are reacting, people who are doing anything, I don't blame them because what they are jumping onto is what they brought out to social media for us to hear. But if you dig deep and know the root cause of this problem, hey, you do like this and you'll be running. You won't even want to discuss this issue anymore. I'm telling you. We don't know the root cause of this problem. That's why when we talk, when we react, let us just be general. I use their names because they are the ones we are addressing, but it's for everybody. I'm not pointing accusing fingers. I'm not saying that maybe if I was so provoked or if I was brought up in that kind of environment or in that kind of family, because I can see some disjointed family there. If I was brought up in that or was, there's one auntie, she said that some people are grabbed up. They're not raised up, they're grabbed up. That's what she used to say when people behave in a funny way. She said to me, if you don't marry them. Some of these people are grabbed up. They're not raised up. And I'm beginning to agree with that. So we are all brought up in various ways. So maybe the way this other person was brought up, that is what will make her to say that kind of vulgar language and so insensitive to another person's husband without blinking an eye. And she kept talking and kept saying and kept re-emphasizing what she was saying. Giving this other husband a mouthful, so much insult, even insulting his manhood. That's the extent this abuse went. It's not acceptable. It is just not acceptable. And you are now pregnant. Your main priority now should be, when a woman is pregnant, as I said in my short video, I'm not talking like somebody who has never been pregnant before. So nobody will come and tell me because she's pregnant. I don't want to even see that in anybody's comment anymore. What do you mean? Does pregnancy make us to lose our mind, to lose our sanity, to lose our respect for people, to open our mouth like gutter and be talking rubbish? Because as far as I'm concerned, all she said on that video that I heard are all rubbish. There's nothing, no way to massage that truth, no way to massage it. Let me read some comments. Unfortunately, a lot of Nigerians, okay, don't care. I've read that one. It's private. I've read that one. My beautiful friends, everyone, okay. These two fighting. Fighting is an understatement. You see, space greetings. Don't worry, you said it correctly. Thank you, Natty. Yeah, because sometimes people don't like to hear the truth. And as I said, they brought their own to social media. There are so many people who are worse than that, but we have not seen. That's why, in a way, I'm like, why do people bring this to social media? In a way, I'm like, okay, let us see if others will learn. Let us talk about it and see if others will learn. But whether it was right to bring this to social media, it's not. If this is how others will learn, if this is going to help others who are worse than this person, so be it. It's out there now. There's nothing we can do about it. Thank God I don't follow any of them. I only heard this from reactions. Yes. You know, these reactors, size. But why are they fighting? How did the other one know about the manhood of the other? You see, is so clever. You know, this question you asked, the reactors who are reacting about this, people were asking this particular question. And I'll leave it there. Rose said, I stopped following that gist at the initial time. It disturbed me a lot because my mental health is important to me. At a time, it becomes so toxic that I thought of leaving YouTube. No, my dear, don't leave YouTube. The only reason why I want these people is because it helps me with my Ifechi Family channel or even Ifechi Health and Wellness channel to know how people's mental health are going downhill. It helps me because I've seen it all. To be quite honest, I've seen it all over the years. I've seen worse, I've heard worse. But for some of these people, the way some people look at them and follow them, you don't think that this kind of thing will be coming out of their mouth. So, my dear Rose, yes, if you stop watching them, that's fine. But for me, I know why I watch, because it helps me to know what's actually going on in the world. Because as I say, YouTube is just a place I'm very active in. That's why I watch them. And sometimes they make sense. Some of these reactors, they make sense sometimes. Sometimes they, you know what you call unconscious bias. Check what unconscious bias means. Some of them may not agree with it, but some of the reactors have unconscious bias. They don't know it, but they do, because they have their favorites. So unconsciously, they are they will not see anything wrong or fully wrong with what the other person is saying, and is dangerous. They are related though, and how the other heard about is what I don't know. So disgusting statements. Yes, very disgusting. You don't want to hear those things, to be quite honest. Honestly, and my sister Nen, who are not YouTubers, you too. Trust me, you don't want to hear those things said. Please, let's share the live stream. Yes, please. BJoy is asking us to share this live stream. We want more people in. We just want to learn from this. That's all. We're not pointing fingers, but we're just using this as a point of contact to reach to others, because there are worse things. Trust me, there are worse things going on, but we have not heard this on social media. I have really withdrawn from their gist. I don't blame you, Gorex. I don't even some to their channel, but some of the YouTube I follow are talking about it. I try very well to avoid it. Yes, because before you know it, this will start affecting your mental, your start impacting on you, and you don't want that. So I don't blame anybody who is not following them anymore or not subs to them. I don't blame you. You have to maintain your manage your mental health. Don't go, please. You will not find YT interesting again. No. What did AA say? Who are they? Let me go and listen to. AA, trust me, you don't want to. You don't want to listen. Anyway, but if you want to listen, AA, I'm still waiting for you to contact me. Oh, so if you contact me, I may just give you a snippet of something just for you to understand where I'm coming from. Just a little bit. I'm not going to give you their name. I'm going to just show you something. That's all. But I'd rather that you don't listen to them. Hey, let's see who is here. Nemuzo, you're welcome. You're very, very welcome to this. Nemuzo is not a YouTuber as well, but I'm sure because she's regular on YouTube, she would have heard and what is going on. That's what we're talking about today. Nemuzo, you're very welcome. Don't go, please. You'll find, okay, I've read that one. They're very toxic people. Very, very, very. If it's a family health, I wouldn't believe everything on social media, especially when twisted. There are three sides to a story. Of course, that's why before you came in, Nemus, I was saying nobody knows before we start jumping and people are start condemning and saying all this. What is the root cause of this problem? It's a family problem. There's a root cause to it. Of course, we cannot. But we're just using this as I say, because we heard it, we just heard one side. We had somebody's voice note. We also heard the other person's voice note. What was the reply? What did the other person say before that person acted like that? We did not hear that one. So Nemozo, you're very correct. We are only just using this to discuss. We're not blaming anybody. But just like what was said was too vulgar, was too insensitive, and that's why we are using that one. But as I said before, we don't know the root cause of this problem, and we just want us to learn something from what is going on, to know that family issues should be addressed in family. So yes, Nemozo, you are very correct. Thank you for that input. Are they really fighting? Okay, I've got that. Initially, I thought they are just for views, but the issue is deeper than you think. I will fish white tea around for them. But to be honest, I don't enjoy. Yeah, you will not. You will not. So yes, there are so three sides to story. There's so many sides, not even to stories. We only sometimes people just share what they want us to hear. For example, that I still go back to that person that shared this to this reactor, and this reactor said that person said that whether she's a member of the family or that she's very close to the family or something like that, and that why she wants this other reactor to share it. Now, listen to this, my people. Why she wants that reactor to share it is because she is not happy with what is going on. That she wants this reactor to play these voice notes because she's not happy with what is going on. My people, make it make sense to me. Maybe I'm not getting it. Just make this make sense to me. That the reason why you want her to bring those insensitive, very rude, vulgar message, which was one-sided, that we did not hear the other side. Why you want it to be shared was because you don't like what is happening in the family, and you want It's out, you want it sorted. Oh, come on. What does that mean? Can somebody here make it make sense to me? Because it does not. That person does not have the interest of that family at heart. So what I want us to discuss today, we are using this family, having them in our head, but let us just do it as a general discussion, because I'm sure if I ask any of you here, including myself, to give an example whether they have met such families or such madness before in their lives, I'm sure we have all done. Has some of us maybe behaved in a way that we are not proud of ourselves one time or the other in our lives? Of course. Has some of us done something and then we just wish that is something we can just go out back and clean up immediately? But unfortunately, on this occasion, the person cannot go back and clean it up because it's gone viral. It's gone viral. That's the danger of us thinking before we speak. That's the why it's good for us to think before we speak, no matter how upset we are. I'll be in the background. Let me save my battery for my premiere 6 p.m. Okay, my dear, no problem at all. That's fine. We worked the date for Ashebi. Is Musisi here? I'm talking about Musisi. I don't think I've seen him, or have I not welcomed him? No, I haven't seen Musisi here. Maybe she's forgotten that we have this today, but it's okay. So it's okay. I'm loading for Musisi. Yeah, so but he's been keeping us, he's kept us waiting for long. Whoever released those voice recordings will release the one that will favor. Thank you. It's a shame because it's a family issue that shouldn't be public. This could not have been said better than Nemozo. Whoever released that video, why is even annoyed me more? It's annoying me that it was released, and then for the reactor to say that the person said that she wants her to share it because she does not like what is happening. Oh, come on. So what Nemozo said here is very correct. It's a family issue that shouldn't be public. It shouldn't. I did a video about this family a few months ago and addressed a few issues that was going on at the time that was, and we thought that everything is okay until recently something, he danced. I was pregnant. I announced my pregnancy. She danced for me. Why did she dance for me? She hasn't said congratulations to me in public. Why did she do that? There was no need for that kind of video. We don't want to know whether they said in public or they did not. And there's no need, if you know that you have not settled properly, why are you dancing for the person? I'm not here to blame or to even, because the whole thing is so complicated. There's more to I can see. So we can't even start analyzing those things. But all I'm trying to say was what brought this up again. Something that we thought that they've sorted out. What brought it up again is what I don't understand. Social media platforms are the place to sort out issues. It's not the place, not exactly. It's not the social media. I was saying in my video. So what happened when there was no social media? How did families solve their problems? Ogini, why is it everything will come out to social media? Why? Spice, leave Mr. Musisi alone. Musisi is not here. Exactly. Imagine sharing such and claiming it's meant to solve their issues, things that never remain the same again. Exactly. That's what I was saying. That it got me that was shared, but to then say that that one is what made me to even think, why are people like this? Why are people like this? Why do you want to rejoice in people's predicament and people not being happy? Because that thing has escalated the problem. Whatever the problem they have, as I say, we don't know the root cause of the problem, and we don't want to know because everybody will all have our own issues. We don't know, but what this person did. And as for the reactor who also decided to share it, as I said in my sit down video, I'm not here to point fingers at reactors, but you'll be able to discern what is actually, decide as well what is actually okay to share. Is how I know that this person said I should share it. I'm sure there are other things that have been brought to her to share and to reactors to share, and they will look at it. There are things some people have asked me to, oh, if you look at this, well, say something about it. I look at it, I'm like, sorry, my dear, it's okay. I don't want to talk about this. And it's not everything that I jump into. If I know that it's going to be somehow, I won't bother. I'm discussing this because I want us to learn from this. I want everybody, because we all are from one family or the other. I want us to learn from this. That's all. I'm not discussing this today to point fingers at Editorial and Amy family or to UK family. No, that's not the idea of this live stream at all. Is the fact that there are things we have to keep to ourselves. And this person that brought this to the reactor to share, you have not done well. You did not do well at all. No matter what your aim is, you haven't done well. We want to take him off the market. Any little social media. Oh dear, especially it's working for Filipinos. Yeah, you saw that Musisi. Where is Musisi? He was working for Filipinos other than his live stream. How is lock up doing? And should I tell on you? Never Gidika spicy man. I didn't understand this one. No. How is lock up doing? And should I tell on you? Never tell on how. Tell me what is that? I didn't get that one. Leave me. Social media in-laws will help they settle their family issues. That's the thing. These are social media in-laws, These social media in-laws, sometimes I just laugh. The way they will put it, the way they will analyze it, the way they will make it become what you're not even thinking, the way they will take your mind to where you haven't even gone with that with that issue. You're like, oh, do you know what? I didn't actually go there. I didn't actually think like that. These analyzers and these reactors, sometimes I tell you, I watch most of them, and sometimes I can describe them one by one from beginning to end. All those Nigerian reactors, I watch them, and I get what I want to get from them. And some of the things they do, I'm shaking my head like, no. But that's their niche. That's what they want to do. But sometimes they make sense, because I don't blame them, because if you do not bring yourself to social media, they will not come to your house to find out something to talk about. Something I don't even have the time to talk about itself. Why are all things like this being reacted to self? That's another thing. Another thing is these reactors. I'm sorry, there's none of them here, less than in the background. I wish I would have one of the reactors here just to say something to them. Not that they are not going to hear me because they say that is their niche. Fine, but is it everything that you have to react to? Somebody says something now. Somebody would. What example am I going to use now? Very small thing. Hey, it will come out. I'm like, that thing that person just did on their video, does it require to be reacted on? And people will tell me, yeah, we have to. It's our niche. We have to talk about it. We go around on social media, and then you won't hear them react to people who have 1,000 subscribers. So you won't hear them talk about people who are growing, coming up like them. So why is it that you don't see things from those people? Why is it the other way around? What is going on? My dear reactors, where are you people? I hope you come out here and listen to me. What is going on? Do you have to react to everything? Although, as I say, sometimes when they react, I can now see the other side of it that I didn't really see before. But all the same, it's not everything that we have to react to. Also, Nine. Also, Nine. Mbalo is wrong. Also, Nine Mbalo is wrong. Are you talking to them also? Social media in-laws, yes. Something I don't even have the time to. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know why they have to react to some of these things, but they say that it's their niche and they have to react. Maybe don't mind them also. Okay, oh, you to know what you're talking about. So let me not mind her then. Social media is the last place to go settle any issue. Reactors will help make it worse. They will, yes, escalate the issue. Yes, yes. Sometimes they make it worse, but why I say I don't fully blame them is that people are bringing these things to social media. And if it's good, I've seen them react to good things. Some people will do something wonderful. You see them come and say, oh, this person did this. I remember when Nelo KK was treating her girl, Uche, very well and all that. They reacted to that positively. So I don't think they only react to negative things. So I don't fully blame them. I blame people who bring some of these things to social media. This person that took this thing to this reactor, cover your face in shame. You have caused more problem for this family. And I'm sure you have your own family issues. You say that you know this family well or that you're a member of the family. I can't remember how the reactor said it. Whichever it is that you have caused more problem, and I don't know how you're going to forgive yourself for this. May God forgive you, because we can do all sorts of things and we go to God. Maybe she didn't, maybe just maybe, let's give this person the benefit of the doubt that they think truly that this is going to help, but you have seen that it did not help. It has escalated the problem. It has, if it means that this family, because after I did the other video I did, I understood that the family had 3 hours discussion to sort that problem out. 3 hours discussion, my people. And after that, there's still something they are breathing that is inside them. That's why I said we don't know the root cause of this problem. If both mothers had discussion with them according to reactors, that's where I heard this. I don't know, but that's what I heard. And they had 3 hours, not 3 minutes, not 15 minutes, not 3 seconds, 3 hours discussion to sort the issue out. And at the end, that they apologized to each other. Now, my people, and then this happened, and this reaction. You can agree with me that we don't know the root cause of this problem. So when we are reacting, when we are analyzing, when we are talking, we have to be mindful, because we don't know what is going on. I don't like when it's now a constant reaction. Can it not be done once or twice? If you become daily with them, well, because it gives more views, majority had to go with it. That's the thing. In one particular issue, there will be about 4 from one person in one day. I'm not talking about one person in one day reacting to the same thing. Maybe something will be said, they'll jump into that one, and another thing will be said that will counteract what they reacted to. They say, oh, something else have come up, I have to update you. So that thing that they reacted to before, and we are giving it back to the other person, they now heard something that counteracts that one. They have to come out again and say, after my last video, this is what I now heard. So you didn't even wait to hear properly. Reactors. Now, Nabiko, I think I saw Code with Samuel coming. Code 19. Okay, I thought I saw something that says Code with Samuel. Yes, I can see that. You are very welcome, Code. Code, okay. Eh? Code, okay. Imanu supposed to be not to be men of few words. But what I saw from what was going on, hey, I'm like, really? Especially us Igbo men, us Igbo men. I say us Igbo men, but you people know what I mean. Our Igbo men, our Igbo men, they are measured. Most of them anyway. I've seen, do you know what? I've seen ones like the person we heard on that voice note. I've seen ones worse than that. Oh yes. Before their wife will say, their wife will even be quiet. You'll be wondering who they are talking with. They will enter the room, they'll come out again. A man, oh, the wife will be like this. You'll be wondering, who is he talking to? So if I tell you that I have not seen one like that, no, I'm telling lies. I have. Was. The directors will help you drag the issue till eternity. Oh yes. Yes. More views, more money. Yeah. Unfortunately, negative issues attract more views. Of course, look at how many are we on this live stream now? Because they know that, oh, Ifechi, she will go there and be asking for peace. She will go there and be telling us we shouldn't be harsh with each other. Nobody will come. Yes. But if I had given on my thumbnail, use those two or how many of them on my thumbnail today and not my picture, I use them on my thumbnail and I'll say something that shows that I'm going to come here and blast them. Even if they see them on my thumbnail and I put something that looks like I'm going to blast them, they say, we know her because she'll go there now and make us weak and make us not to say what we want to say. We won't go. Negative things brings more, but when you're positive, when you want peace, people don't follow much. But it's okay. At the end of the day, as I said, at a point, there's about 8 of us, 10 of us, 12 of us at a time. So people are coming and going, and people may replay this video, this live stream. That's all we want. You know, we cannot, because negativity brings more views. We cannot, because of that, allow negativity to rule. No, because it's not giving us, it's not helping anybody. You saw the video, the short video I uploaded regarding two brothers. That's a life story. Two brothers who were having quarreling, and their parents did not help. I'm talking about the younger one all the time, because the older one does not have much money. And then a lot of problems. He went to, it was a true life story. He did not wake up. Maybe he would have had that heart attack or whatever deleted him, would have still happened. But the fact that it was the evening after he had that heated argument with his younger brother, that he passed. So we don't know. Some of these things that we are saying, some of these things that are happening can make or maim somebody. And we're now talking about family. Versatile Nurse Frances, you're very welcome. And we're now talking about families. I'll be at the background. Let me take care of the kid. That's fine, my dear. That's fine. You know, even people who are not able to watch, we can replay it later on. But Nemozo, you're right. Negativity. You know, people thrive on negativity. I don't know why, but I think it's the world we are in now. Anything to do with negative vibes, people are there. They are putting fire. Hey, when you look at comment sections, hey, you don't even know whether commenters are worse than the reactors, especially because they all have their favorites. As I said before, unconscious bias. Whether they want to, they will know that this person, what that person did, from what we can see, that what this person did is actually not right. But they will not want to agree with you. They will still want to support that person, because that's how human beings are. They know deep down that this is wrong, but they're still supporting that person. Maybe because they equally don't like the other person. So it now becomes like a clique. Who is on my side? Who is with me? That's what is causing some of these problems. People will see the truth, and they'll go on comment section and they'll be fighting each other. They will be abusing each other verbally with their words. They'll be saying things that are even worse than what the reactors are saying. They are telling each other, they are even talking about each other's children. They'll carry their whatever language that they use to the people's children. What has children got to do with it? What has innocent children got to do with what you are fighting with your fellow YouTuber or commenter or whatever? Keep these children out of it. You know, somebody was saying that, oh, somebody said, I don't know whether she has children or not, and the other person became became unhappy about that. Choice of words and the way we understand things. We understand things differently. And we want to analyze things and see things the way we choose to see things. And that does not mean that that way we choose to see things are the right ways. No. It's okay to be positive. Keeps you sane and happy. People should stop clicking on negative stories. Yes. But Nemuzo, you know, I'm sure you have YouTube, you watch a lot of YouTubers, you can see that it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. People, the positive ones, they don't want to, because it's not giving them. Some of them will tell you, oh, I've had a horrible day at work today. I just like coming to this channel to laugh, for the vibes, for this and for that. And then they will be giving it to each other, left, right, and center, and people are so happy. They're saying, oh, at least I'm laughing now because I've had a horrible day today, so I'm here to laugh. So they don't even if there's anything negative going on, they don't want to know, because those negative ones, anything positive going on, they don't want to know. It's those negative ones that are giving them that kind of vibe. And I'm asking myself, what kind of vibes will a negative comment or negative action give anybody, any right thinking person? How can you thrive on negativity? How? Are you not considering your mental health? Are you not considering your general health? No. Oyoyo, you're very welcome to the house. Thank you so much for coming. You're very welcome. I was replaying your video. I missed your live stream. I was replaying. I've only gone halfway. I've not finished replaying your videos about this particular issue. And I know that some people did not agree with you. And that's what I'm saying today as well. That I'm not here for people to agree with me. I'm here to say things as I see it, things that I see that are destroying and damaging families. And I'm going back to that person that shared those voice notes. You did not do well. Go and ask God for forgiveness. Never mind what was said on those voice notes. Yes, we know. Never mind those things. And people will say, well, those voice notes help us now to know who people are. You don't know who people are. Do you know who you are yourself? You want to know who people are. How about you? Is it because your own did not come out on social media? Is it because nobody recorded you without your consent and spreading it on social media? It's a criminal offense if people don't know. It's a criminal offense. You don't record people and you start sharing it on social media without their consent, especially for something as vulgar, as insensitive as that. It's an offense. But anything goes in our community. And people are not blinking an eye. People don't care. People don't think that they're catching cruise. What kind of cruise are you catching? What kind of views? Which view? What? You're catching. You're happy with your views to somebody's own detriment. Those views should go. I don't need it. Even if it's only few people, like how many of us are here today, it's enough for me. And I'm hoping that other people will listen to this if they want to. But if they want to continue being negative and they think it's okay for their mental health, they think it's okay for their general health, let them continue. But let them remember that they have children. Sometimes when I listen to these people, I can hear their children going around and they'll tell their child, oh, go, I'm doing a recording. That means that that child is next door. They're hearing everything. Do you care about them? Do you not worry about what they're hearing? The way you are talking and raising them up, that's who they're going to be in future. They may hear certain words out there and it will be normal to them because they heard their moms say that when she was angry. When she was giving it to the other person on the phone, they saw their father talking about somebody's mother-in-law that is this and that. So it's all normal to the children. So you don't blame them. That person doesn't have good intentions at all, Nemozo. At all. I was so angry when I heard my anger increased when I heard that person said, please, I want you to share these audios because this problem in this family, I'm so sick and tired of it. I want it to resolve. Come on. Make it make sense to me because it doesn't make sense. Some YouTubers were happy with the person that shared the video, the voice notes. I was beyond shocked with what they said in my life. Really. Yeah, as I said, I started to listen. I haven't finished. I just started before, and I thought I'm going to finish listening to that, and I dropped my own opinion there. The sharer has no good, no in capital, yes, no good intentions at all. This person that shared this voice note is worse than, in fact, she's worse than any of them. Whoever it is that shared that video is worse than every one of them. That person can actually delete somebody. Yes, that's how bad that person is. They're happy because it's not their private conversation. Yeah. Thank you, Mami Fechi, for saying that it's illegal and totally wrong. Yes, it's illegal. You come here and be Nigeria. You people are just continue this thing you're doing. But my concern is that some of the people who are reacting to this are based in Europe as well. That here in diaspora, I don't know where they understand what the law is all about. If people want to, yes, it may be vulgar, it may be horrible, it may be sensitive. Who gave you the consent? Who gave you the permission to share it? That's what we want to know, not what they said. They know why they don't talk about Suleiman. He will have their channels closed. He has attorneys ready. Yes. Yeah. You know, this kind of voice notes that I heard should not be released without anybody's consent. And since it's released without anybody's consent, it becomes a big issue. But I'm not asking them to press charge. All I'm saying is that the person that shared that voice note, you did not do well. How about the reactor who chose to play it? What can I say? It's up to her. But as I said before, people have asked me to address one or two things, and I looked at that thing, I said, no, I don't think so. And that's personal to me. So as for that reactor, it's up to her. I'm not condemning her. I'm not blaming her. That's what she chose to do. She thought that's her niche. But the person I'm talking about is the person that brought it and asked her or begged her to share it because she's fed up with what is going on in that family. Seriously? We are Maureen, my dear, thank you for coming. Thank you, Maureen. All you young mothers and young wives, please respect your husbands. Because what I could see in some of these things is lack of respect for each other. What I could see is lack of taking control of your family, a husband not being a husband. Husbands, from what I know, are people who we can go to when we are upset about something, when somebody says something that we don't like. So well, look at what this person said. Look at this, I'm really so upset. You may even be crying when you're telling your husband, and then he will say to you, what did the person say? Now, on this occasion, it's a video. Where is the video? What is the title of that video? They will tell you, you go and listen as a man. After listening, because the way you understand this, if you're a real man, I'm not talking about weaklings. If you're a real man, you listen to it and then you come to your wife and say, is it that? Don't worry, it's okay. After all, they are rejoicing with you. After all, even if they don't mean to rejoice with you, let us just thank God that we have been blessed. Is that why you're saying this? Don't forget it, my dear wife, this and that, and you laugh over it. If you have been doing that from not just doing it now, if you have been doing it all along, when your wife starts bringing things to you, and then you are that kind of man, because listen, I've been married for so many years. I know what I'm talking about. If my husband, because I remember those days when I was so young, something will, I'm not private about something, I will go and scratch him, look at this and that, and then he will say to me, later we'll talk about it. I will not be in a hurry. Go away. I say, our neighbor's cat is there. Go away. Sorry, my people. People are coming on stage. Because Biano, I don't want me to be the only person up here today. Welcome, my people. Just hold what you want to say. Let me finish this. So what I'm saying now, the scenario what they said in my live stream, the share is a subscriber. Hey, that gives both UK and whoa. Really? A subscriber that gives them now wants to see this. I'm going to come to those gifters that will gift. They will give some people some things and they will not let them be. They think they can now remote control them because you gift them. What is that gift? Keep it to yourself. Really, Oyoyo, you see? I wonder why people okay on social media. Yeah, so just I'm taking myself back to many years now, because these are children. I call them children. Yeah, they're 30s. Yeah, most of them were in their 30s. So they're children to me. They're my children. Yeah, same age. So I'm taking myself back to their age. In my 30s, my children were young. I was raising them up. That was when they're raising them up. So I'm taking myself back then. So my mind, look at this. This person said this. Because for example, when I'm pregnant and they come and they're dancing for me, they haven't even said this to me in private. They're coming to. My husband will not even go and watch the video to see what that person says or what went on. He will now pick up the phone and start talking to his fellow man and giving him a mouthful. Mbano. So what's happening now is not something that just started. So I can't even say, why did he not go back to that video? Why did he not listen first before he now takes that action? It's not what is happening here. It means that since that marriage, this is what has been going on. You have not stood out as a man and said, look, this is how this home will be run. Whether you're the man, you're getting more money, or the woman is getting more money, is irrelevant as far as I'm concerned. There's a head in the home, and you should act as one. So if this has not been going on since, and the wife been coming to you and saying something similar things in the past, and you're jumping out to go and confront the other person, she would have stopped. She would have stopped. So I was so disappointed when the other man said, what was in that video? Then the response from the other man weakened me. Let me read comment, then I will let my people who are on stage to talk. Yoyo's word, I've read that one. I told them my peace of mind. The sharer has no. Yep, I've read that. Also, thank you, Mami Fechi Health and Wellness, for saying that it's illegal. Yep, I've read that. And people are just greeting. They know why they don't talk about cinema. Yep, I've read that. Please don't forget to thumb up and share. Yes, Maureen, thank you. Thank you, my moderator. Maureen is the moderator in the house now. Thank you for reminding. Please thumb up and share. I want people to hear this. I know a lot of people are not here because they know that Mami Fechi will not be talking negative. She's not going to be giving it buzz. I told I said to my husband that they said that they're giving it buzz. My husband said, say that again. I say buzz. He said, what does that mean? I said, I don't know. That's what your wife is hearing since she entered this YouTube, this madness of YouTube. That's what I've been hearing. Buzz. I wonder why people will bring their partner on social media. Yeah, my dear, I don't know. That person that shared it, yeah, okay. It's only God that will forgive. Yes, only God that will forgive that person. That person has caused a lot of problems. The person might say, after all, I'm not the cause of their problem. I'm not the root of their the root cause of their problem, but because they said it's a lady, you have done, you have, I don't even know how to describe what you have done. People may not see it. Thank you, Oyoyo, that you are seeing what I'm seeing, and Nemos as well. Nemos has said, if someone brings a poisonous drink for you to share, it's up to you what you do with it. You can either serve it or pour it into the drain. We are all adults and should know better. I wish, let me, why is Musisi not here? This comment needs to be pinned. This comment needs to be pinned. I'm sorry, Doris, I'm not ignoring you, my darling. Just wait. Oh, I want to. I thought that was okay. I think I'm using the wrong phone. Aha. I'm using the wrong phone. That's why I can't I'm using Ifechi family. Hold on, my people. Let me change it to Ifechi Health and Wellness. So I'll be able to pin certain comments because some comments need to be highlighted. Because I was saying this, I said, look, it's not everything that you, you are very, very correct, Nemozo. It's not everything that you are given or that you're told. As I say, people have asked me to share one or two things, and I said, I looked at it and I'm like, no, I don't think so. Yeah, I'm able to pin that because I was looking at it from Ifechi family, not Ifechi Health and Wellness. So I'm able to pin that comment. Nemozo, you are right. That is Slim. Okay. Oh, that is still here. That is one of the first people in the house today. Gifters with ulterior motives. Yes. Nemozo, gifters with ulterior motive. You are gifting somebody. Hey, some people are in the house, so Bikonu. Oh, Gores. Gores, Joe. How do I say Ewepaniwe in Yoruba to Gores? I can't even remember
It's
now.
okay.
Okay, my dear. Yes, I wanted to pin that comment because I'm glad that people are in the house because I want us to put mouth here. Those people who don't like positive things don't come. Those of us who are here who want positive and who want families to stand and who want mental health and general health to stand, we are here. We're going to say this, even if it's only 10 people that hear this today, that's enough for me. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you, everyone. I'm a name gifters. Yeah, I understand what you meant, and Nemos. I understand what you meant, gifters. How can you be gifting people and then wrap them in your little finger and be manipulating them? They can't even reason themselves anymore. They can't even see what is wrong and say that it's wrong. Keep that your gift to yourself. I don't need it. Thank you, Gores. Thank you, Oyoyo, and thank you, Spicy. Gores, you are first up. Please say what you want to say about this issue. Thank you so much.
Okay. Good evening, ma'am.
Thank you, my dear.
Good evening, everyone. I I did hear the voice notes. I didn't really follow because, like I said, it wasn't something I love to engage with. But there are a couple of maybe YouTubers that I tend to attend their things. So just the title of the thing alone, I might just give normal response. I feel when I say reactor, also is would I say stretch the matter the more.
Yeah.
So the voice note you're talking about, I really don't know about it. I didn't listen to it, but I heard of
Okay.
somebody insulting someone else's husband, someone is pregnant, someone, or all those things. So I feel most of them, why are they bringing things to the social media? Why are they mounting camera to record and kind of post it? It's either they want a reaction, they want they want views. Maybe that's what their own source of income, but the way people are actually taking it and bringing out content from it is now stretching the thing to the extent that they would now react to other people that are reacting to it. Because, like I said, some people were now, they were taking it personal. Is now going into their personal affair, insulting and all that. That's all I say about these people that you're talking about. I can't mention their name, but yeah, it's just how people are stretching the matter the more. I feel they are also enjoying it to a stage. But the consequence of what we are doing, there are children on social media as well. They will see all these things, they will hear of it. Maybe
People
their
don't see
partner
it.
as well. They have friends. Even if they don't, if they try to ignore it, they do have friends and family that are on social media that will see all these things, and the reaction they will give them, they're not even thinking of their own mental health. They might pretend to be okay while they're
Yeah,
camera,
yeah,
but when
yeah,
the camera is off, they could be in a
yeah.
different mood, which they
Oh
are not able
yes,
to express to people. They might be grumpy in the house
oh
based on
yes,
they're just bringing out this face on camera just for people to feel like, oh, maybe they have action or they're okay. When they
yeah,
can't
very
sleep at night, they cannot mount camera and start showing us, oh, I can't sleep, or what their mind was going through. I just feel this is part of what people just need to understand. Like, it's not all the tears that we can see. Some are silent tears. Some will,
yes,
and the way they will react to people around them, they might not be able to, record it. It is who is around them that feels the pains or how they are being reacted to. That's my own contribution. Like I said,
yeah.
I didn't hear the voice notes, but
Mm,
people should just consider every other thing around these people. It doesn't just involve that person alone, but people around them. They have children, they have families, friends, and all that. Maybe they go to work or that. The consequence of this thing, when they are going through it, some might not be able to say it out, but they are deep
yes,
in there. Something is happening. If you check their blood pressure, you don't know what is going to get to. But when they see the crowd, they want to behave as if everything is normal. So I will
yeah.
let others speak. Maybe I'll have
Thank,
an insight into the voice notes. Thank you, ma'am.
yeah. Thank you so much. I know that Spicy, you're next, but if you are you able to give a little bit of insight on the? I want AA to flow with this. I even Natty Slim. I don't think Natty is knows what is going on. Are you able to throw a little bit inside? If not, I will do that before you talk. But if you want to throw just a little bit, just to give us give them an idea. You don't need to mention their names. I'm not here to give them any publicity, to be quite honest. So we don't want to mention their channel names or whatever. But you can say about what happened and yeah, how the if not, I'll do that quickly before you say something. Do you want to?
Okay, no, go ahead, because sincerely, apart from what I hear from reactors and other YouTubers,
Okay.
I don't,
Okay.
I didn't hear the voice,
Oh, you didn't. Okay.
the conversation myself. So maybe you should give them a bit of insight on what is going on.
Okay, I heard the voice mainly from when they started reacting. That's when I heard the voice message from reactors, because quite a number of them I follow them, because sometimes I take what they say. So I got the gist from the reactors. So hey, listen to this. Let me just in a nutshell. I'm not going to go too deep. I'm not going to repeat the things they say because it's not good. It won't be good in my mouth at all. Oni, you're very welcome, and I'm sure Oni, you know what we are talking about. But for the benefit of AA and Nati and Nemoza, maybe Nemoza will be following quickly. There are two cousins that are both YouTubers. One of them, her husband, is also a YouTuber. They had issues before. In the sit down video I'm going to upload early this week, I'm going to put the link to the video I did about this particular family a few months ago. So their problem has been on social media. So that problem at the time, we thought it's all settled. That one was very nasty as well at the time. But some of the choices, some of the words used this time were not used at that time from what we heard anyway. So this time around, this other YouTuber became pregnant for the third time, and she did a dance. And we all like, wow, anything to do with having babies. Oh yes, I danced along. I was so happy. Then that's her other cousin that she had problem with that led to me doing that video for their family a few months ago. Now went and celebrated her. She put like a makeshift type of tummy on herself and was also dancing, saying that she's dancing to celebrate her sister. After that dance, hell let loose. That other sister that is pregnant now did a video, very upset, very unhappy, calling somebody a hypocrite. She did not mention the name, but everybody who knew their story knows who she was referring to. You did not celebrate me in private. Why do you have to celebrate me in public and all the rest of it? She was not happy about that celebration. Yeah. So what she now did was, maybe instead of what I would have done, is, but I'm not saying what I would have done for her to do it, but what anybody who reasoned properly should have done from my own eyes would have been to maybe go to her own husband and complain, which actually that's what she did. She went and complained to her husband that this person, my cousin, went and did video about me. No. The husband said that's how we knew what she said, that this person has said again, that this my cousin has said again, that she went and did a video about me, this and that. I'm not happy about it, and was whatever how she said it. But why we knew what she said was what the husband came out to say to the other person's husband. I don't know whether you're following. So this husband was unhappy. The lady now went and complained that this person did a dance. I mean, dance of celebration, but we don't know what is in their family. We don't know the root cause of this problem. Why would she celebrate me? So the only thing now we heard was from the voice note, because as I say, no name was mentioned when the hypocrite was said, but from the voice note, it now became very obvious that the person she was referring to as hypocrite was her cousin that did the dance. Because she now went to her husband and said that this person has done a video and I don't want her to do a video. She didn't celebrate me in public. And the husband was, instead of now listening to that and say to her, I thought you had 3 hours because apparently they had 3 hours. I'm rushing this just because I don't want us to waste too much time. Apparently after the problem, before they had a family discussion, 3 hours, and deliberated, and they agreed and apologized to each other. Obviously, the apologies were not, proper apologies. Anyway, so when she now complained to her husband, what I expected her husband to do was to listen to that, or even beat it down and say to her, she only celebrated you. That's okay. Even if she didn't celebrate you in private, and she did it there, it doesn't matter. It's all we are here to, we are celebrating. That's okay. But anyway, that did not happen. Her husband now went to the other person's, her cousin's husband, and now this is the voice note we heard. We did not hear the other. You see, this voice note that people are reacting to, that's why I'm so unhappy, is that it was all one-sided voice note. We did not hear what the other person said that made the other person to say what they said. It was only when the two husbands were attacking each other that we heard both voices. Otherwise, we're only hearing one side. Are you now following, AA? So what we now heard was one person's voice, which is this other person who is pregnant, her husband's voice, talking to the other man, asking her why would she celebrate my wife or something like that. I don't know the full. Anyway, attacking the other person's husband. And then the other voice note we heard was the same woman who is pregnant now attacking her cousins. When I talk about cousin, I'm talking about the two mothers are the same parents. The two mothers are siblings. So that's how close this relationship is. So the other voice note we heard was the pregnant woman attacking the cousin's husband, telling him all sorts. Why would she celebrate me? That's why I thought, so that hypocrite was actually meant for her cousin. You see, that's how she brought it out to confirm who she was calling the hypocrite. Because in her own video, she did not call anybody's name. So now complaining, now giving a mouthful to the other person's husband. I'm not going to repeat what she said because you don't want to hear that. Nobody wants to even repeat that. It's not supposed to be said by any lady or anybody, but she said all sorts and telling the man off. The man wasn't the one that did the video. So what has the man got to with this? Because he's the husband. Okay. So there was no respect for that man. He wasn't the one that did the video. It was his wife. Why did you not go to the wife as women and trash this out? Why did you attack the husband? Because I'm a very great believer in respecting people. And especially when a married man is at home. So I'm only explaining this to you, to understand so you can flow with this gist. Maybe, Musisi is in the building. Maybe Musisi might also understand what is going on. So instead of attacking maybe she has attacked her cousin, I don't know. We didn't hear that voice note. But the one that was shared was where she was giving her cousin's husband a mouthful. My husband has done it for me and I'm pregnant. Why can't you go and do to your own wife? Why can't you do this? And so that she can celebrate herself. You stupid, you idiot, you illiterate, you this. Anything that you can think of, a lot was said. Now, assuming the other cousin is also waiting for fruits of the womb. Now they're not telling the husband, why can't you do what my husband did to your own wife? Why are you, so you can celebrate your own? You celebrate your own and leave me alone. Don't celebrate me. That was very unnecessary. So that was recorded. I don't know who recorded. I don't know who shared, but we only heard one side. The only time we heard both voices were when the both husband and wife were, the both husbands, two of them were talking. So the husband to the one pregnant now called the other person. The other person did not answer the phone. Later on, he picked and they talked. And it started with pleasantries. And I thought, oh, no, man. And then a minute into the conversation, everything changed. The man to the person who is pregnant was now telling the woman, the man, that your wife has started again. My wife just called me ahead. My wife just called me that your wife did something, a video about her. Did a video about her. What is that video about? That your wife did a video about me. Didn't even say what the video was about. And the other husband said, oh, my wife did a video about your wife. What was the video about? Well, I don't know. Am I supposed to know? I just go by what she's told me. That was when he lost me. That was when that man lost me. Why will I know? My wife just told me. So your wife told you, you didn't listen, you didn't even know. It was celebrating your wife. You didn't even know. And you say, why will I know? Why will I listen? My wife just told me. And you jumped to it. So that was how the conversation with the other man went. And the man was, being very calm, he was just behaving like a boy. The other man was behaving like a man. But when the conversation now went deep, the man, as I say, action and reaction are equal and opposite. When the discussion went too deep, the other man came out in his own color again, and then started giving it to him, buzzwords, according to you people. And then something was said by the other man towards the other cousin's mother, that she is WITH, TCH, and so on, and that she's been eating up children in her womb, and all that nonsense. Anyway, so you can see how deep this family issue is. Natty Slim and whoever else have not listened to the voice note. I'm just rushing it. That's a nutshell, just for you to understand. So you can see that this is deep-rooted problem in this family. This is sensitive family issue that has been brought out in the open. And most of the voice note was one-sided. We did not hear what the other person said. The other person said what they said. So why I'm bringing it up today is for us to learn from this, because some of these things, I'm sure you cannot tell me, oh, I've never had anything like this before. Of course, things like this happen all the time. And that's why I'm not directly blaming them as such. But I want us all to learn. That's why we are all putting our mouth here today. Have you got an idea of what is going on now? Oyoyo, you're very welcome. Let's hear from you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mommy Fechi. Sorry, guys, I'm just been in bed all morning. See, okay. I made a live stream about this, and reactors came on my stage because I tagged everyone, including Choice. Reactors came on my stage. They were defending the sharer of that video, and they said it was a subscriber that shared the video. It was none of these cousins. That the subscriber is a very impactful person in their lives, and she also someone that gifts both of them and all of that, and that helped them to settle the first issue when they had the first family issue. But all of those are not important to me, because my whole aim was addressing the elephant in the room, which was the sharer of that message. The person had no good intention. Even if you tell me in the next 100 years to come that person has good intention for sending those voice notes to Choice and not wanting Choice not to share it on YouTube, I will still tell you the same thing. The person has no good intention, because you can't bring such story to YouTube and want family to settle. You can't. If you wanted them to settle, they would have gone privately to talk about what their problems is. Everyone that was reacting, everybody's acting very responsible in the sense that they've not had issues like that. They've not had people quarrel like that, angry like that. People can be angry to the point of calling each other's, names. They can be angry to saying, unspeakable things. If you understand what it is to be in the heat of the moment, when your emotion is raging, you shouldn't be holding those kind of statements against people because they've lost their cool. I tried to talk about that in my live stream. They were like, "Are you now supporting?" I say, "Look, I'm not supporting Edith. I'm not supporting UK. The family has a fundamental problem. Edith and UK's problem did not start on YouTube. They should take you way back to growing up, and that's
Yes.
where the settlement
What is
should
the
start.
root cause? Yes.
When they were younger,
Yeah.
the things
Yeah.
they were rivaling about, the problems they had together, that's where they should start from to settle their problems. It didn't just start because of YouTube. It's been there. They have fundamental problems.
People are
Deep
jumping now.
rooted.
They don't know.
It's
Yes.
deep rooted. And until
Oh
they
dear.
address that particular one,
Yeah.
they can't be able to address what they are going through now. And I made live stream about in February, maybe 4 months ago, talking about this same family that they should please enter their houses. Every family, we all have our personal problems. We don't come to tell YouTube people or YouTube Street, help us to wash our laundries. But this family, they keep on bringing themselves out. The voice note you're talking about, I refuse to listen to that Edith voice note where she was calling her brother-in-law, saying that her manhood is this size or is that size or is it. I didn't want to listen to it. It offended a lot of people. What she said about her TTC cousin offended a lot of people and all of that. But the thing is that she was angry. And when you look at it, she has made her second video before she sent that voice note, according to what they explain.
Right.
She has released her second video before she sent that voice note. If you have a problem with your cousin, why not talk to your cousin? Why are you going to talk to her husband? Why are you insulting her husband? That one aside. However, we all have problems. As far as you're breathing oxygen, you're a
Of
human being.
course.
You've had
Of
one
course.
problem or the other. You've either knocked directly to you, you know cousins that fought, you know people that fought, you know
Oh,
families
yes.
that fought. In one way or the other, we've witnessed or experienced or heard. And none of these people are bringing their problems to the social media. People came to my live stream to tell me they are so happy for the sharer of those voice notes. I said, no, you're happy because it's not your
It
family
can be
matter.
the other way around. It can be your turn next. You don't know who's recording you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because they are not the one on the chopping
Exactly.
board. That's why they are happy. If
Yeah.
you and your family are the one on the chopping board, then you understand the pain. While someone like me will say it's very shameful for people to capitalize on all of those and all of that. And again, I said it and I'm still going to say it. It depends on who is the husband in the home. Husband doesn't mean because he's the man, he's the husband. No. Who calls the shot? How can your wife be telling you things, you jump into it and start
Yeah.
calling
No
your
investigation.
sister, your
Abba.
mother-in-law's sister, a witch? I found it very, I don't even know the right word to put it. However, anybody that called herself a woman or a mother and brought that thing to social media, is only God that would forgive that person, because it's very, very offensive. There is no intention to bring the family together. That is my own agreement. That is what my spirit told me about that particular sharer. She has no
Yeah.
intention whatsoever to settle them.
Yeah.
If we start talking about who said, I wasn't interested in who said.
No, it's not
Because
necessary.
it's not necessary. But
No.
who brought it to YouTube? Why
Yeah.
were they sent? UK sent, Edith sent to the same person. The same person now brought it to YouTube. Why? Why? Why?
I'm struggling to understand that. Honestly, how will anybody be happy with that kind of voice note to send it out? And then, hey,
It's very shameful, to say the least. The things
Hey.
they said in those voice notes, if you start, and that's what reactors did, because they threw food at their table, so they were dissecting it any
Mm,
angle, any which way. But the bottom line, the problem is, whosoever that sent that video, the voice note to Choice TV, caused the whole
yeah.
problem. Had no
Big one.
intention for good intention for the family. And even
Yeah.
if they requested her to send it to Choice, they could have still told her, please tell Choice not to share it, so it's for her own consumption only. Because they
Yes.
were the
She
ones
can look
sending.
around it if she wants, but not
Yeah.
to just get it
They were
out
the
there.
ones sending out those voice messages, both of them, both Edith, both UK. They were the ones
Really?
sending those voice notes. They could have told the person they were sending it to,
Okay,
please,
I see
even if you
what you mean.
send it to
Yeah.
Choice TV, tell her not to air it on YouTube. But there was
Yes.
no such clause. It became a content. It became direct source of information.
Big
So I don't
shame.
even know what to make out of that family. Both
Big
of them,
shame.
Edith and UK, they are equally responsible for whatever they are bringing on YouTube. Both of them, I blame both of them equally. I blame them equally. No, I'm not
Yeah.
excusing any one of them.
No, no, no.
And for the
No, no,
fact that Edith is pregnant is not the reason she should be excused,
no, no,
because
no,
she
no.
knew she was pregnant when she went on making another counter video, dropping all those voice notes that people did not
Hey.
hear until it was brought to YouTube. They should
Mm.
find a way to settle their problems. They are not the only family in Akwa Ibom. They are not the only family in Nigeria. Are they telling everybody now that every woman in Akwa Ibom is a witch? You're
I'm so
calling your
embarrassed on
mother-in-law
their
sister.
behalf.
Yeah.
Eh?
If you're calling your mother-in-law's sister a witch, who told her? Who told Imazi in the first place?
Exactly.
It takes somebody who is in the house to tell a stranger where
Hey.
things are kept. So if that's the impression you have about your auntie, he's so sorry. And this is the woman that you lived with. If she had wanted to bewitch all of you, they would have killed everybody before you got to adulthood.
Exactly. There are
Obi
things that need
Fetch.
not to be said. Thank you so much, Oyoyo. Thank you so much for your input. And the audacity of him saying, I want you to cut that bit and send to her. That means that even if that no remorse.
Yes. He
Oh
didn't
my
even
God.
care.
No,
Because it simply means that they don't have enough respect for their mother-in-laws. Because
no
if you respect
respect.
your mother-in-law, you will not even have the effrontery to say, I know, record this part and send to her.
I
Tell
said
her
to
that I
her,
said so. That one
hey,
really pierced my heart.
that one
I
was as
did
if,
my video.
yeah.
Yeah, I told Mazi in my live stream, you have two daughters. They are sisters. They will grow to be Mama Edith and Mama UK tomorrow. That is the
Yes.
reality on ground. 30 years from today, UK and Edith are the daughters in your home. How about that? Are you processing that? You people are causing problem now because of YouTube dollars. You're
Hmm.
creating enmity, lifetime enmities for your children, for your family members. All of them are equal. Equal, they should take equal blame in this case. Nobody is
Yes.
excusable. You should not
No,
excuse anybody. UK,
no.
Edith, they have fundamental problems.
Despite the voice notes we had, we didn't hear from the other end. They are both 50-50. I don't
Yes.
yes.
There was a voice note for UK also. UK's voice note was played there. Though I didn't get to listen to the voice note, but I heard where
No,
UK.
the one I heard from UK was her addressing Edith's mom.
Yes, that was
Yeah,
UK's voice note as well. That
yeah.
was sent to this same sharer. They were
Yes.
sending their voice note to the sharer that brought it to YouTube. Edith was sending, UK was
Yes.
sending.
Bearer of bad tidings, this person.
Yeah,
Eh?
the person it will not be well with that person. The person had no good
Hey.
intention at all. And it seems that they are perfect in recording each other when they're having conversation. So if you can record your cousin, is these strangers that you will not record? I don't know. They don't want it to settle. That's why you have the God
Yes.
to have evidence, to record and keep what they said to
Yes.
you. They don't want to settle.
Oh, yes.
If that
That's
sharer,
all.
the person that brought it to YouTube, what I
Yes.
concluded in my mind, if that person actually had good intention for them to settle, she lives overseas, she sends them gifts, she has enough money. Why didn't she tell them, you know what? I'm sending both families to meet a therapist in Nigeria. Let's see
Yes.
how we can resolve your problem. YouTube
Yes.
is not where you settle family feud.
Um,
YouTube is where you make people to know more about the problem, so that they can be able to gossip about it, share it to everybody that wants to hear. But that person did not do the needful. She stays overseas. I believe she should know better. They have people they call family counselors, family therapists. Send these two families, let them go there, cause themselves out on a round table, and a mediator will be in the middle to help them resolve their problems. A professional, not
if you
somebody.
really mean well, if you mean
Yes.
well for this family, not asking a reactor to share it, that you want this
Yes.
thing to be solved.
If you
Come
go
on.
to my comment section, I kept responding to comments on that particular live stream that the reactor meant, the sender meant well. I say, no, wake me up from the grave and tell me again. The sender did not mean well. There
How
are
can
so
anybody
many
say
ways
that?
to settle family problem, not to bring it to somebody who you did not tell not to share. Because if you had a good intention, you tell, I don't want anybody to hear about this, but I need you to understand why we are sending they asked me to send to you so that you can also stop calling their names. But please don't share it to anybody. You did not put that clause where you were sending it. You forwarded somebody's private conversation in their vulnerable moment, and it became content. If you love these two families, you could have sent them out to see a professional in Nigeria. Let them have a weekend out to sit down with a professional, deliberate on their problem. If they want to cause themselves are fine and good, say whatever is in your mind. The professional will sit down and advise them on how to go about it. They will leave that retreat settling and embracing each other as a family. That's how things are done.
Yes.
Mommy
Absolutely.
Fecha, I want to rest my case.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that wonderful input. And from what Nemos has said is very correct. You know, when people were saying that the other man is very calm, oh, army man, he's behaving like an army, this and that. But when he comes to a stage, he now opened his own mouth, stinking Igbo behavior. Say, what has this got to do with this now? So is that so that means that there's something that we don't know that is going on in that family. There's something that is deep rooted, and this person, let me tell you what gave this the person that sent the videos. Now that you said there's something, gave a little bit of insight about that person. What gave her the audacity to say to the person that shared the video to share it is because she has these people wrapped in her little fingers. She sends them money, she shuts them up with her money, and she doesn't care if they know that it's me that they shared it. They won't have anyone to talk to me. If not, why will anybody not be afraid, not be worried to bring out somebody's family like this and ask a reactor to share to the whole world? I'm talking about people who don't even know, like AA don't know, and Nati don't know. The people are now beginning to understand. People who don't know before will now go back to their channels and start to find out if they can find the genesis of this problem. Now, the family said that they had 3 hours reconciliation. That meant that maybe in that discussion, this person, this is my daughter. That one, this is my daughter. Even though we are me and your mother are the same, you are my daughter, you are my daughter. Who knows what went on there that this was not properly resolved? So what you said, Oyolo, is very correct. If this person meant well, she would have known that discussion they had for 3 hours did not yield anything. Albeit that they said sorry to each other. Sorry is cheap to say, it's easy to say. That person would have known.
Mommy Fechi, the 3 hour discussion they had was when they had the first problem, the one that they settled in February.
I know, yes.
And if they could have said, okay, I'm sorry, and then they moved on. But my question, the question I asked was, if UK and Edith, after they reconciled, they've not been talking as cousins. I don't see, to me, that's my opinion. UK coming to make that video is wrong. Is my opinion, and I own it.
And then her reaction as well is wrong. You know, it doesn't take
is my opinion. You are not talking with me. We are not in good bodies. We are not, and then you would not even call me privately or send a text or something or come to my house to tell me congratulations. I'm seeing it on your channel on YouTube. The first thing that will come to my mind, you just want to rake views with me. Why are you being behaving like that. But the
Yeah.
thing is that Edith, personally, I think she lacks emotional intelligence on how to
A lot.
handle things. She
A lot.
reacted immediately, doing her own video, calling her a hypocrite. And that was not enough. She went, carried her phone, recorded a voice message, and dumped it on UK's husband.
Mm.
You understand? So they did,
Yeah.
both of them did wrong. But the first person
Very
that
wrong.
did wrong, in my own opinion, was UK. You shouldn't have made that video. But the
Since you
thing
know
I
that
expected
behind the
Edith was,
scenes, you have not been talking. Eh?
yes, what I expected
Hey.
Edith to do was to call her. Sis, why are you making video? You did not even seek for my consent. You're making video celebrating me. I don't think it's right. I don't like it. Can you take the video down? And then
Yeah.
if she had done that and UK now refused to take the video down, then she could have come back to make her own hypocritical whatever video. But she did not contact her first. She went on the screen again to react, causing people to go back and forth with two of you. You people are sisters, Biko Kenen. You people are related. So they don't, I don't know what is wrong with them. I don't know if they're enjoying this embarrassment and shame. Because right now, people that are qualified to talk to your mother are talking to her anyhow they want and it pleases them. People that have no right to talk to your husband has reduced your husband to an oh yes man.
Yes.
Because of you people's behavior. If you did not bring your family problem to the street, nobody will know about it.
Yes.
You're not the only cousins on YouTube. You're not the only family on YouTube. Take your problem out of the streets and settle your problem. This was the video I made 5 months ago. Now we are still talking about the same family.
About this.
I am so done and tired. I'm done with them. I'm not going to talk about them again. I'm so done.
Yeah. Yeah. I think after this live stream, and I've just done a sit-down video as well, because I know that video will not cover what we want to say today. After this, I think that's it now. That's it now, because I don't know whether they just love this attention or what. And in terms of said, I still believe it's a family member who authorized the release of the recording. The so-called subscriber wouldn't have, if I believe it's questionable. I don't even know what to believe anymore.
Yeah, Nemozo is right, because the person they sent to the thing, both Ukeme and would have told the person to send it to Choice. So Nemozo could be right. Would have told them, yeah, you can share with Choice. Let Choice know that we are not all that bad. This, da. Let them get to hear everything that was said that wasn't showed on YouTube.
Everything was not said. Everything was not heard though, because we only had one side of this voice note. That's the thing. We didn't hear what was said.
I want to believe
what she said.
I want to believe there was no second reply on that voice note, because somebody that is out to get you will not say something that you're going to hold them with. So maybe they now, we are going to use this against us, so we are not going to talk. You understand? But Edith embarrassed herself big time in those voice notes. They were cousins. They must have had some personal discussions about their lives, about their husbands. You coming to bring those things and then to the man in question is a no-no. And you coming to say, why not do your husband, your wife, so that she can get belly like me, is a no-no. You don't mock people. You're not God.
That no. God have mercy. Honestly, God have mercy. Because things, I don't want anyway. My spicy, you can talk now that you have enjoyed your unubu soup. Finish. Is she there? Yeah.
I am here.
You just finished your unubu soup with apple. Somebody in abroad, she makes apple. She makes proper apple herself.
Mommy, first you wanted me to do the aqua. I said my husband would drive me. The smell will make my husband say, "No, do it again."
When she told me how she does it,
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. You're still in bed. Kunye, get up from that bed, Biko. Gorex, good afternoon from here. I have been listening at the background, and honestly, you have spoken well. What I wanted to say initially when I came up is about the men, the husbands of these women in question. Do we still have real men? Like real men? The real men who, I mean, who don't gossip in the market square? Men who are ready to tie wrapper and go challenge their fellow men in the market square to fight because their wife said. It's so shameful and embarrassing to see men jumping on things like this without even getting to the root cause. I mean, you don't even come out to say anything. You talk to your wives. You sort it out man to man without all these unnecessary recordings.
Very unnecessary.
Honestly, I am more embarrassed with the husbands.
Yeah.
I am more embarrassed. I feel maybe they are getting something. Maybe their wives are the ones, footing the bills, holding the family up financially. That is why they are able to control them or say things and then they jump along.
Yeah.
Things like this. How can a man open his mouth and insult his fellow man's manhood? Or is it by manhood?
No.
Is it by big?
Spice is not the man insulting manhood. It's Edith insulting the
Edith, sorry.
Yeah. The lady insulting, yeah.
That you should focus on getting the wife pregnant. Like, there are certain things you hear, but your ears will just be itching. Like, what kind of nonsense talk are all these ones? All because of views, which of course translates to dollars that they are cashing out. Thank God that something, when we're talking at that time, I said, thank God. Nothing will even make me go click on their channel. I will not. I am not a reactor. My ears are not itchy to go hear what's happening. I don't subscribe to any of them. I don't know them. And I don't even, if I see their pictures, I don't even know them. It's not from reactors. And I am so okay with that. So that YouTube doesn't even recommend their channels to me, because I've never watched any of their videos. Even on Facebook, I'm careful with the things I digest. So the algorithm won't be pushing these things to me. My mental health is very important to me. If they are not ashamed of their family, they are not ashamed of this whole nonsense saga on social media, I am ashamed on their behalf. They have children, they have families, they have uncles, aunties, friends, relatives, church members who listen to all this nonsense. Maybe I'm the shy type, I don't know. Maybe I feel too ashamed to do things like this, and I'm okay with that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's unfortunate. Yeah. It's quite unfortunate. I just want to say that the husbands should do better. They are not representing their gender at all. They need to do better as the head of the home. You cannot be a head of the home and then things like this are happening and you're swallowing it and then you're fighting your fellow man. It doesn't make any sense. I pray that somebody will call them to order. And then for the person that brought out that recording, may God have mercy on that person. Or if he fell, may God have mercy. The person has gotten what he or she, if it's a she has gotten what she's looking for. The person has gotten what she's looking for. To scatter the family completely, because whichever way we look at it, this family can never ever be the same again. See, things have gone wrong. No matter the counseling now, the forgiveness and then the therapy, things can never be the same, because if I'm there, if I'm one of them, I can never trust the other when we're having a conversation. So long as something like this has been done, I'll be very careful with what I say. I'll be careful with the person. I'll be careful with what I say around the person. I'll be careful when having a conversation with the person over the phone, because I don't know if the person is recording. So things can never be the same, because trust has been broken. And it's like a spilled milk. You can't get it back. It's like a broken glass. You can never get it to come back together the way it was.
Yes, that's it.
So no matter what they do, no matter the reconciliation, things can never ever be the same between these two families. They've said too much on social media. They've divulged too much. They've really met their family, and I just pity their mothers or the women who play the role of a mother in their lives. I just feel sorry for them that they have been dragged into all this nonsense going on.
A lot
Anyway, guys, I'll leave you now.
A lot came out, and you see reactors using the words ex-convict because something came out that the man has done this before. Ex-convicts coming out. You see the others using this one with small this for the other one. Oh no, a lot came out. That's
honestly.
My heart was just bleeding as all these things were unfolding. I say, for what now? Now everybody knows it's like see finish on social media. None of them, both the men and the women, cannot come out there and say anything. I'm not subscribed to them. I only hear these things from reactors. I'm not subscribed to Edith and Edoteria or UK Family. I'm not subscribed to them. All I've heard is through the reactors. Then I have to now go back to listen to the voice note. So I know I'm going to talk about this. I don't want to give false information. That's all. But I'm not because there are people you see and I don't know. I'm not subscribed to them anyway. I've never had the need to. But that's what is going on now. I'm running miles because and the other thing I've picked up from all that is going on is that if you have a friend or so-called friend that you cannot tell the truth, that somebody will come and do this kind of thing, and as a friend, you cannot go inside and say to the person, hey, this is not good. You shouldn't have done this. Than for you to now come out and be defending that person in the name of friendship. That person will not learn. That person will not learn. Let us tell each other the truth. Friends. Yes.
Mommy Fetch, say it again. Say it again, please, Mommy Fetch.
We have to have that kind of thing where you have to tell each other the truth. Not when somebody is doing something that is wrong, and you know that in them dying you know that it's wrong, and you're coming out to say the opposite. Mbano, you're not a true friend. And that is all that we have seen coming out of this. People who know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That's not a true friendship. Tell each other the truth in love. Whatever it means, if I perish, I perish. If we don't have the friendship again, let us not have it. But I have to tell you the truth, my friend. And that's what I call a friend.
Yeah. And another thing, even if they don't want to, let's say they called their so-called friends and talk to them, you don't have to come and make a video about it. Honestly, you don't have to siding one person, not
siding somebody that clearly we can see that what they said. It's not as if, I think she said this, or they say, I think. No, it's not. That's not I think there. Everybody heard it. So why are you now making excuses? Why can you not call a spade a spade? People like that, I also run away from them because they're not true friends.
One of the videos I watched, one person was saying, imagine them dragging Mazi. What did Mazi say? I say, really?
Hey.
Really? When Mazi was calling his own mother-in-law's sister a witch, is that not enough for you to say something?
Is it? Okay. A man. Hi. A man, this is something you hear market women or village women say. All these illiterate, you hear them come out on this, on the street to say, that one a winch, that one is a witch, that one is a and all that. And you hear a man saying the same. Nah, when you have a
man with children. And as I say, these children are always in the background when they're doing their recordings and when they're talking, and they're picking these things. Do we not care about the children we're raising up on this social media? Why has this social media gone into the head of people that they because of how much are you even making on this social media that will make you to sell your soul, to sell your dignity?
They're making plenty money. Plenty. They're cashing out.
They are making so much money.
Plenty.
Is
it all about money? What is all this nonsense money?
To somebody in Nigeria making $1,000 in Nigerian currency, you understand? That's 750,000 naira, over half a million. So they can go to any extent to generate that deal, to make that
absolutely
money. And I see
money, the love of money.
Yes, Anna Official, you're welcome. Unique Grace, you're welcome. Sorry, we are almost 2 hours into this live stream and we'll be rounding off shortly. Thank you for coming. You can replay later, but I know you know what is going on social media with this family. That's why we are just talking. We are using them as a point of contact to talk around this whole thing because we know that a lot of people will have similar issues in their families.
Mommy Fetch, there is something Nemoza said in the comment sections. She said, If it has gotten to the point of you recording somebody in a conversation or screenshotting what they said, you should let them go. And I strongly believe that.
Yes.
You can't tell me I'm having innocent conversation with you, and then you're recording me without telling me, sis, you're on record.
You're on
and
record,
then,
I want
and
to
then
record
tomorrow,
it for my own, for me to keep or
it's
something.
like me and Spice, we've said a lot of things to ourselves that if Spice now comes in the future, look for my trouble, I'll go and bring the voice record and say,
Oh, yo, I am bringing out everything you told me. I have the screenshot, the recording. Wait for me. Wait for me tomorrow.
Mommy,
This street will not contain you and I again.
Can I be honest with you? After I listened to these people's voice messages, I started searching my YouTube friends. So I see God. God, who have I said anything to? God help me.
Because it's recording.
Oh, all the things you told me. All the things you told me. What are all the things you told me? I am bringing them. In fact, I'm sending them to one of these reactors. Just wait, you will see. I am sending them to one of these reactors. Cheren. Guys, you all should be ready. I am bringing out everything you told me about every one of you. It will be out on the street. Just get ready.
No, but we are laughing about this, but seriously, this is serious now.
Mommy, don't mind Spice. That was exactly what came to my mind.
Let me say thank you so much to Anna Abayo Official. Thank you so much.
Nice thank you, Anna.
For live stream. I use her live stream to start my work in the morning. I'm missing it, Anna. Please don't keep us waiting for too long. And Uju, no, you're very welcome to the house. We are just putting our little penny worth. The UK people will say, and you people will say your 1 cent into this thing that is going on. And as we are saying, negative things draws people, but positive things don't bring people. How many people do you see on this live stream? But it's okay. How many of us that are here? It doesn't matter. The important thing is that we have seen what we think about this whole thing. So that's what we're discussing today. What went on with this voice note, and the person that sent out that voice note, the fact that that person did not mean well. The fact that that person did not mean well, and the fact that that person, the reactor opened their mouth to say that the person said to them to share this on social media because she is tired, or she was tired of their problem, that she wants people to, this should be shared so that this problem can end once and for all. Hey, when I heard that bit, I'm like, seriously? So I don't know. People should mind who they associate. Yes, we have to mind who, especially with social media. This social media now, things are going out of hand. And as I said, for you to video
you see, Spice has some things on me. So in case you hear my story tomorrow, you know who to hold.
I say wait tomorrow. You are saying tomorrow. I'm giving it. In fact, I will send it out to all the reactors. I have all their contacts. I will send all to the reactors.
Thank God you don't have anybody's phone number. You're on your own.
Because you know me too well, Akuya, don't worry. I will start making friends on the street of YT.
You need
we are laughing about this thing, but this is a lesson we should all learn. Honestly,
yes, listen, we're laughing about it, but we have to learn this now. What I'm saying is, I don't know about other countries, but here in the UK, that kind of recording,
it's a crime.
Sensitive things.
It's a crime.
It's because they're in Nigeria. That's why you can do things like that and get away.
It's a crime.
Yeah, it's a crime.
They're in Nigeria, so in Nigeria, nothing is a crime.
No, I know their families are already, from what I can see, their families are already destroyed. But that voice note has helped to send them to their to point of no return.
Yeah.
If anybody said that will help them to recover, that has sent them to point of no return. In fact, what I say to this family is, everybody to your tents, Israel. Go and rest. Let us hear. Don't celebrate me. Don't celebrate her. Don't say hello. Don't do anything. Just go.
They are acting as if they are primary school children.
You know,
Adults.
Mami Faith,
like
when
boys.
we look at
Facts.
WhatsApp will tell you is
Oh.
end-to-end encryption. That's
Yeah,
what
it's
your
a crime,
conversation
It's
is.
a crime.
And what it means is that you have right to your conversation. Nobody has it. So they've
Yes.
already protected you in that angle because of the law in the US. So they can't take your voice message against your own will. It's unfortunate that all these people forwarding this thing back and forth, nobody has taken them to court. If
Yeah.
somebody should wake up and then summon the courage and take them to court, they will pay, because Google, the last time I checked, is an American company.
But that's only if the person that released it will now go to court and say to the other person will not take it to court because they may have been the person that said release it.
Thank you.
So when they are giving that consent, maybe that consent may be
They get the consent.
or also in voice note, so you don't have any leg to stand. So they can't take
That's the truth.
That's
the truth.
Yeah,
They have the right.
That's what they haven't done anything, because that person that
In the audio, they say, the person says share it, isn't it? Share
Yes.
it.
Yes.
That's the consent already.
I didn't even hear that one.
Sorry?
I didn't even hear the person was saying share it. That maybe that's how they will reconcile.
Yes. As I said, because I want to talk about this, I have to go back. Normally, I wouldn't go back and be listening to nonsense. But because I want to discuss this, I want to make sure I know what I'm talking about. Yes, the reactor who shared it said that the person that sent it said to her, I want you to share this voice note on social media, because I want this problem to be sorted once and for all. Now, how? Yes, the person said that they were told.
Who solves problem this way? Who solves problem this way on social media of all places? You didn't call them, you didn't invite them to come together. On social media, that's where problems. In fact, social media has done so much harm to families, to friendship, to jobs. It has done so much harm. I know it has its own good side, though, but it has done so much harm to a lot of people. Because now what happens, people no longer have the patience. They no longer have patience to process things before they turn on their ring light, turn on their camera, and then shoot. No time. They're no longer patient enough to process anything that happens. If it's a fight between a husband and wife, a woman or a man is no longer patient enough to process the whole thing and find the easy way out other than going to social media. They think online in-laws, when you go out and share it, you will get better solution or answer to the problem. So it has done a lot of harm to many marriages, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, honestly. We'll just be careful. Let's just be careful. I don't know who pointed it out in the comment section. Let's be careful the kind of friends we keep. Let's be careful with the people we talk to, we confide in, the people we open up to. Let's be very careful. Me, I keep very few friends. I don't get time for a while. I don't have strength for CCC. So I'm very careful because I know this era of social media.
Honestly.
So they are now brought this out. Now we have people have things to talk about.
You
see the reactors, you see their thumbnails. They're talking about ex-convict. They're talking about small this. They're talking about this. You see, who knew about these things? Who knew about this? Yeah. Washing your dirty linen in public anyhow. Well, this people's problem is only God. But the best way for them to sort themselves out now, the two mothers, since they are sisters, they can relate if they want. But you see these two cousins, let them be. They are both married to their own husband. Let them just pretend that each other are not there.
Yeah, Mommy Faith is like they are both shameless. They don't even care. They are busy posting videos back and forth. They don't really care. They don't care. Their reputation is not important to them.
Okay, so
it's all about money.
As I said, I don't watch their the reactors.
Yeah, I'm not subscribed to them. I'm not subscribed to them. I don't. The hypocrite video.
As usual.
Yeah, the hypocrite video I did not watch. The UK dance video I did not watch. I got this information from the reactors. Okay.
Yes.
And then
I got them from them.
The voice notes, I listened to it from Choice TV.
Yes,
Okay.
I have to go and listen to get
Yeah.
the full gist
So
for
the
this.
thing
Yes,
is
I have
this: if they were decent people or they had some, any morals left in their souls, they could have gone to their community page. We apologize for everything you heard about our family. Please, going forward, we should find a way to resolve our problems. We don't want a third party to come in, both of them. But they pretended as if they did not spill their family problems on the internet. It's unfortunate. And people will still be going there to watch them as if nothing happened. When someone is morally bankrupt, that's what I look at it as. Because if you value your sister, if you value yourself, if you value your mother and your mother's sister, you should be protecting that whole family unit.
Yeah.
It's not all about money. I'm not making money on social media, but I haven't died. It's not all about money.
It's not.
Money will come and money will go, but family stays forever. Friends will come and go, but family stays forever. When the chips are down, is family you resort to. Understanding that is important. I made my illustration. I have 2 daughters. They are sisters. Imagine tomorrow they will be Edith's mother and Yukeme's mother. And then I will be grandma. And their children will now come and tell me that is it's like Daniela will come and tell me that is Alexis whatever that is chopping things in there.
That's the scenario.
That's the scenario. I try to make Mazi understand it. They have 2 daughters that will replace Mama Gift, that's Editorial's mom, and Ukeme's mom. And 30 years from now, they will be married with their own children. Then their own children, at that time, Edith and UK will be grandparents. So they will be referring to Edith or UK as the witch chopping children for Bele. People don't see beyond their nose. They only see beyond views.
If they are carrying on as normal with all that is going on at the moment, they're carrying on as normal. That means that they don't even have. I'm not asking them to stop their life. After all, they're shameless. But
that's the exact thing I was just about to say.
There should be some remorse.
Yeah, some remorse kind of that we have bruised our family.
Going on at the moment because the reactors are not stopping. Some of them have done about 5 and they're waiting for more.
You say 5. They did 8 videos or 10 videos. You say
they should have up to 10 now. They should have up to 10 videos from the notifications I've been getting.
Actually watch them, really.
So, what did you say?
I said it takes a strong will not to want to watch them. If you determine that you don't want to watch those things, you just look at the thumbnail and leave. Like Oyoyo said, I was also thinking about it that what they are doing right now, of course, it started from maybe when they were growing up, their upbringing, they've been having some issues, and maybe how they were dealing with them, maybe how their parents dealt with it. I don't know, but they transfer it to their adulthood. Right now, with this basketball thing, they've transferred it to their husband. Now it's going to connect to their own children. So once their children become a teenager and adult, now know that they will keep carrying on this same thing. It has become a rift, So it's going to be hard for it to be settled. They can't trust each other. Even if they have events, it will be a case of it's there. Don't collect from mine. There's a lot to this thing. They are not thinking of the after effect, the later in the few years to come. They're just thinking of themselves. And I think very soon, or it might have started, their social media thing, it becomes as if they're competing against each other. I'm better than you, I've got more viewers, I've got supporters. All these things will start coming in. Their children will inherit this thing. When I mean inherit, they will take over the fight. They can't trust each other. Their children's success becomes a competition. There's more to this thing. It's just, it would start igniting each other, one door to the other to the other. They can't trust each other. So if they see one child maybe got an award somewhere, the other one will say, yeah, you go and do your own. They don't have to earn. Those things. It's really so toxic. I just pray that maybe God will borrow one of their sense, maybe one of their husband, whatever, to say, you know what, we don't have to respond. Because if one of them did not respond, they decide to keep quiet with all this thing, then this thing will start dying. But before the
Yeah.
fact that sorry to you, that was
Yeah.
I will start going down. So
Yeah.
because this one say me too, I want to go and mount camera and talk, say my own, even if they don't mention name. We all know. People know who they are talking about. There was a recent one going on about a pastor and celebrity. You know what I'm saying? People could put the dot together and say, "Oh, I think this is who they are talking about." You don't need to respond. Once you don't respond, 1, 2, 3, they will keep quiet because you're not giving them the chance. If they ignite the thing and there's no fuel around or whatever, the thing will die down. That's it.
Yeah.
Someone would need to take that maturity or that step by not responding so that things will die down. But I just fear for their children as well. You know, like I said, the children issue, we don't know where they will take it to. They will be telling their friends outside, you know, their friends will be asking them questions. There's a lot that they are not even thinking of. They're just thinking of just right now. Who wants
Here's
to
the
win?
thing.
Everybody wants to win the battle.
That's
They
why I'm
forget
putting my
grass.
mouth in this case because of those children. The children are going to be not these
Yeah,
ones.
they've forgotten the
That
grass.
have no
The
shame.
children are also
Eh?
like the grass
The
because they will
children.
grow.
They're my concern. Why I'm even putting my mouth in this thing. It's not because of this shameless one, because as long as I can say they're shameless, it doesn't bother. They
Absolutely.
don't care. They don't care. This has been going on before. We have all done videos before about this family. I thought that's it. Now they've started. And the most disappointing thing there is that, in fact, do you know, if it's just Edith and UK, I may just walk up past and say, these ladies, people get sense one day. But when it comes to the two men, what I heard, two men talking to each other, I knew that this problem is only God. Because when women are behaving like that, the two men will have sense and call them to order and say, look, but when the two men are now, what I heard on that voice note, I rest my case. That's when I knew that this problem.
Okariana.
My prayers now, their children. I'm just praying that these children will be rescued because it's not their fault. That's the children. Why I'm even putting my mouth in this case is not because of those four. Because those four, all of them, whether we heard from one side or we heard from both sides, four of them together, no one is better than the other. I don't care what Victoria said. I don't care what the other person said, whether they were saying in a low voice. But what went on later on, how they contributed later on, showed me that this is a deep-rooted problem that the reactors don't even know anything about. So people should just be careful how they react, what they say, where they go, and everything. And what is so sad now is that the whole thing exposed a lot of things. How should we know that somebody has been to this? You sold land twice, you did that one twice, you've been locked up. Oh, this one said that because I sent the girl was sent home because you said he's taking your children's blessing. This one, how would we have known all these things if not that these people did not come out to spread their dirty linen in public? A lot has come out of this. So for this family to be rectified again, hey, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it might take them. I said in my live stream, maybe 3 years from now, they will start thinking back how they handled this issue. Maybe that time they will wake up to talk like adults. And the funny thing is
if it doesn't even get worse,
see, it's already worse.
This didn't start today.
It's already worse.
It didn't start today, right?
No.
No, I mean, in 3 years' time, do you know if it's going to be even worse than it is today now?
Honestly, no, that's the thing. Because when the one happened a few months ago that we all did a video about, I thought that was the worst I've ever seen for a family. Honestly, I thought that was worse I've seen.
It may get worse. It may get worse than it is now. The people I even feel sad for the most are the commenters in the comment section who don't even know these people at all. They are fighting themselves, cursing themselves out. The kind of things they write in the chat that I have seen the reactors talk about.
Exactly.
Oh, Diego. Like there was a video I was watching, and in the comment section, somebody was busy cursing another person's children that they will, they will buy. I don't even know who I heard it from. That they will buy commenters. Who don't know these people? They don't know the origin. They don't know the origin of this battle, but they are fighting and cutting themselves out.
When I see this, even the reactors and the commenters, I just laugh. If people don't know the original, they're just, and when they hear from one side and they do a video, The next minute, they do another thing, like authorize the other one. They do another one. I'm like, you don't know the root cause of this problem. Why are you also jumpy and so quick to talk about it? Yes, sorry, before we proceed, my sister Nen, thank you so much for reminding them, thumb up, please. My sister is learning the trade. She's saying thumb up, everybody. I hope you all remember to give me a thumb up. And let me just read some of the comments. What a shame. Unigre said, does it mean when a sister offends the other, you won't forgive? Like, seriously, everything is not the cruise. Cruise and money. When I even think about this money that I'm making on this YouTube, what kind of money? I don't know. Because this money, I would rather not have that kind of money that will make me to lose my sanity like this. That will make me lose my sense, because there's some loss of senses here from what is going on. What kind of money will make me to lose my sense and my sanity in this way? We're not talking about just us Nigerians seeing this. These have gone viral. These videos went viral, so it's all over the place. And no matter what we say, no matter what happens, these people in question go on their comment section. You still see people saying, "Don't mind that one," or "Don't mind those reactors." The rubbish people, they won't mind their business. How are they not minding your business? They didn't come to your home to see somebody who has got small this thing and who has got not, or somebody who has gone to this thing before and who has not. You people brought them all out for them.
Thank you.
Talk about.
Yeah.
They brought them out to talk about. So why
they
are you
brought
telling
themselves
them
to the
don't
internet?
mind those wicked reactors? You brought yourselves out.
They cooked the food for reactors to eat now.
Yeah.
If they didn't bring it out, reactors will not react on it. So it's until they bring their family matter out that reactors will see what to react on.
Super chat. Doris, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you also so much for the super chat earlier on. Thank you, everyone.
I
like my small percent. I jump and pass anything such like that. Yes, let us just be making that small sense. Those of us are making, who are having this low view, we're not making good, we're not talking rubbish. I'm not saying that every reactor, before they now go and say that, said that the reactors they don't have to punch people.
When they start dragging you again.
I'm not saying that you're talking rubbish, my reactors. So no, I love.
Before they'll start dragging Mommy Fechi, before they'll use your picture for thumbnail.
See my name on their thumbnail. We talk nonsense. People who don't talk nonsense.
Before we see your picture on their thumbnail.
There's this. Let me even give them a shout out. They know that I want them. My best one is Vicky, not Vicky.
Yeah,
Vicky
hasn't been posting. I really love Vivian.
My best one. I love how cool she is. She will just start, and I love her broken. Anybody that speaks broken English.
This is my internet.
I love Vivian TV. When she
stop disappearing and coming back. I
know. I keep bringing her back. She's going, and I brought her back again. I love I love Nigeria daughter, because I learned my pidgin from there. So I'm coming up with people who teach me my pidgin English anyway first. So I got my Nigeria daughter, so I love her. Some of them don't like Nigeria daughter so much because sometimes she's not giving buzzwords as they want it. So some of the reactors don't also agree with her sometimes. So I know them all, just to tell you. So I'm giving all of you reactors shout out now. But as I say, I don't agree with all you people do, just like you may not agree with all I do. So that's okay. I don't agree with all you people do, what you say sometimes, but I love listening to them. Sometimes I laugh so much. Or am I talking about the Badigos? Hey, this Mama Abiye, that one I will laugh higher. I say, this woman, they're in the wrong place. She will tie her girl anyhow. She said that she's Mama Abiye. She will do it as a drama, and then she will say what she wants to say.
Yeah.
And I'm a changed person, If it was before, I don't know her before. I don't know how changed she is. She said, I'm a changed person. I don't want any problem on this. She'll be doing her hand like this. I don't want any problem on this thing. So that's her. That's how many people have I called? Vivian's TV.
3. You've not called their queen mother. You've not called the queen mothers of reactors.
I only watch her when they're and they have a clip on their this thing about her, and then I'll now go and see what is actually, and I'll see the clip from her Yes, I know they are big boss. And again, that's a choice. The story of motherhood. You know, sometimes I watch anything to do with children. Sometimes I watch her on Story of Motherhood with her children, but I don't watch her on Choice TV because sometimes it can be too this thing for me. But that's also something I've picked from that lady. Now that we even mentioned her. You know what? One thing I love about her, because she's their queen, they call her Queen Warrior or whatever. What I love about her is the fact that she does not, to some extent anyway, now I know why I say to some extent, she does not belong by saying, oh, because this person is this person, I'm going to favor her. When it comes to the other person, the way she will flip and talk about the other person, you think, that was the person that was praising the other person the other day. She will just flip and say it as she thinks about the other person. So she's that kind of reactor. But do I agree the way some of the action? No, and I don't have to. We don't have to agree with each other. So she's the main person that they send these things to, and others will copy from her and give it out. So that's her. That's Vivian TV, Niger Daughter, the Banigos, Mama Abiye, all in one, and the Vicky's Corner. Yeah, Vicky. That one. What do I say about Vicky? All I know is that all of them, they make me laugh one way or the other in their own ways. But some of the things they say or do, I don't always agree, and I don't leave comments. I only leave comments when I feel it's necessary. They are doing what they have got to do. That's their niche. They want to be reactors. That's fine. But what I don't agree is doing 5 videos on just one topic, all over again, and all the rest of it. That's I have to go now. I'm having serious headache. Just came to say hi. Oh, thank you so much, Oni. Please look after that headache. Make sure you check your blood pressure. Oni, please check your blood pressure, because I'm not happy about this headache thing. You know, people are used to, when they're having headache, they'll just go and take paracetamol, and they can overdose on paracetamol, and the headache will continue, and they'll keep taking paracetamol. Please make sure you're drinking enough, because dehydration can be a problem. Make sure you're drinking enough. Make sure, yes, take paracetamol if you have to, but please check your blood pressure. Very, very important. Check your blood pressure. Make sure you're not dehydrated, because you know it's very hot. I know how hot it's here in UK, never mind Nigeria. Blood pressure, make sure you're not dehydrated. And the other major one, make sure you're sleeping well. Some of you are not sleeping well. Some of you are not sleeping. I've seen people doing video at 12 midnight, 1 a.m. They are doing like a live stream, and they are at the same time as me. So it's 1:12. By the time I wake up and see that live stream, you see, when you count back, you see that was done at 12 midnight or 1 a.m. Please, that's the things you need to. I don't know, Oni, whether you're still here. Yes, I will. Thank you. Okay, please do that and grab some sleep. I'm glad that you have somebody that helps you with the 2 boys. Grab sleep when you need to. But please, very important, check your blood pressure. Please check your blood pressure. Nemozo, you're always blessing us on this our ministry. And I love your contribution as well. You know, Nemozo says it as a pure Igbo woman, you know, the way it is. All your contributions today have been so helpful. Thank you so much for that super chat. I appreciate that a lot. Nemozo, thank you. Anna, thank you for your super chat as well. And Doris, thank you for your super chat as well. I appreciate every one of you. I appreciate you all today. I think that's we're going to be rounding up now, and my co-hosts, I'm going to just give them 1 minute each just to say something about this. As we said, we are here to, you know, I've mentioned the reactors. I'm not saying don't react, but please always do it with style, just to make sure that you are not people are not, because you yourself who are reacting, sometimes some of the things said about you, you may pretend that, oh, I'm a reactor, it doesn't touch me. It still touches you. I know it touches you. You're a human being. No matter what, how much you want to be brave or you want to be strong, it can, for some of them will say, even this reactor, I don't tire myself. I think I'm going to stop this reaction. When people say that, as you know, as just a comment, they don't mean it. They may not mean it, but it means that something is impacting on them. So please, reactors, react with style. And it's not everything that is brought to you that you have to share. Personally, will I share those voice notes? No. Unless, will the person come and put things on my neck and say, you must share? No, I have to check. whether it's necessary to share. But I'm not blaming her for sharing it, because that person told her that it's going to help, that she's tired of the problem in this family, is going to help. Maybe she just saw it that way without using her own sense to think it through herself, and she shared. And now this is causing more problem, as far as I can see. It's causing more problem because a lot of canker worms have been opened here, and it's not good. It's not looking good at all. And it's only God's grace that will help this family. And my priority, why I even want to talk about this at all, is because of the children involved. These families have got young children, and they are my priority. And that is why I put my mouth. If it's just these 4 adults giving this to themselves, I will not talk, honestly. But because I know they have children coming up, that's why I thought that this needs to be said, so they can make amends. And I don't know how they're going to make amends now, because what is on social media now is too much. It's too much. Somebody just came in now. I don't know, this person did not come with any proper name. I don't know. Just say hello. I don't know who this person is. They did not come with anything proper there to tell me who they are. So I will not say much apart from saying whoever that is, welcome. But please, my co-host, can you, Gore, starting with you, Gore, just say 1 minute, just to say something, because we're going to be rounding up now.
Thank you, Ma. I don't have much to say. People should sleep on their decisions before they should sleep on issues before they make up their decision, because they could have another calm perspective of how to approach issues, and just think of what our reaction how it will impact others around us. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. My Spicy, anything to say before we
Yeah,
round up?
just quickly, I want to say we don't know the full story yet. There is always the beginning of the story. There is more. There is other side, their side, or how do they put it? Agent has a side. This other person has their side, and there's another side which we don't know apart from what we are seeing on the street of YT. So before we take side and judge, before we take side to condemn the other person, before we take side and conclude, let's be careful, knowing fully well that there is more to this story. This thing didn't just start like this, and they are not telling us everything yet. And we don't even want to hear everything. We don't want to. Personally, I don't care. So, but for those who want to hear, just know it and have it at the back of your mind that there is more to this story. This thing didn't start like this. This is not just what we are seeing. There is more to read. So let's be careful before we jump into conclusion. And for the reactors, please do not take side. If you want to react objectively. Don't take any side. If you want to react based on what you've heard, react objectively without taking any side, because there is more to read. There is more you don't know. There is more that they have not revealed to you, so that you don't end up, buying case that you don't know the beginning and the end of it. And I also want to say that as for us content creators and those who want to listen to people like this, let's be careful with what we listen to on social media. For our mental health, it's not everything we should digest. For our mental health, there are certain things you see and skip. Even if you get a notification, you skip it just for your own good, for your peace of mind. You all have a wonderful Sunday. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Oyoyo.
Thank you so much for having all of us here. I want to first of all start with the share of this voice notes, and I really hope they get to watch this particular live stream. One question I have for the person that brought this to YouTube is, have you achieved your aim? Are you happier now? If truly you're happier, you feel you satisfy your desire by sharing this, so be it. But if you believe in your spirit that you've caused more harm than good, make amends. Let it be a burden that you make sure that this family unite. How you're going to do it, I don't know, but you should do it. And for the reactors, I don't blame reactors for reacting, because it's the person that brought their family to the public.
Absolutely.
You gave people what to talk about. If you were minding your business from the beginning, nobody will come and talk about you. So I don't blame reactors for reacting. If they like to react 100 times about it, let them go on and react 100 times about it, because those people
go to their house. They brought
those
themselves
people
out.
absolutely. The people are not young people. They are not children to say, yeah, they made a mistake. You can make mistake once, but when it now becomes a everyday thing, is no longer a mistake. So reactors should they have every right to have reacted on those videos. And to UK and Okeme, if you people go to church, believe in God or deity or whatever it is you reverend, this is the time for you guys to sit down in your quiet places and ask yourself, what was the problem from the beginning? Maybe in your childhood, when you were teenagers, maybe when Edith was living with you in your family, Ukeme. This is the time for both of you to sit down in your quiet place, search your souls to find out the genesis of your problem, and then reconcile, because there is no gain to hatred. It doesn't make you younger. It doesn't give you a longer life. Rather, it shortens your life and also gets you old quickly. Reconcile, because like I said, you will have children. They are watching. They are observing. And tomorrow, maybe if you guys don't make peace now, if Edith gives birth, Ukeme that used to bathe Edith's children when she gives birth will not come to do the same for this new baby. The children will ask you one day, Mommy, I don't see my auntie again. Mommy, I don't see my auntie. You push, you do the needful. Take your family problem off YouTube. If you guys are the ones using your own hands to paint your family in this way, what do you guys expect of your children? That's the question I have. Mommy Fetty, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for that input, Oyoyo. I appreciate that a lot. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. I'll come down now.
Yes, thank you so much, Gores. Thank you to all my people that co-host today. In case you don't have any of them, Gores Corner is one of them. She's also my member. And Spice It Up with Onwadia. It's a YouTuber. If you're not connected with them, Oyoyo's World, Oyoyo Ndoki Kitchen. And she's also one of the co-hosts today. And also all my super chatters today. Please, if you are not connected with them, well, Nemozo is not a YouTuber, but she's a great supporter. And she has contributed so much today on this discussion. She's made some valid points. Having been observant on YouTube, she could see what was going on, and she has contributed nicely to this discussion today. So, Nemozo, thank you so much for your contribution, and thank you for that amazing super chat. You always bless us on this YouTube street, and may God continue to multiply and bless you. And thank you to Anna Abayo Official for your super chat as well, and to Gores for your super chat. And some people are coming in now. Amstel Beauty, you're very welcome. Ebu Naija Mama, you came very late, my dear. Yes, late, not just late, but very late. We've been here for 2 hours, nearly 3 hours now. It's now 2 hours and 35 minutes that we have been here. And yes, and we have talked about various things. Just to recap, what we talked about today is what's been going on social media among Nigerian YouTubers. And we talked about the Nigerian reactors. And I've given them all shout out. They're all doing amazing. But it's just that some things that they say, obviously, we don't have to agree with everything they say. But what they say is what people bring out in social media. So we don't have to blame them. That's their niche. They have to pick up on these things when it's said. And so the issue on ground for people who are coming now that we discussed today is about editorial Anemi family and UK family show, and then their husbands and then their family members and everything that was said and things that are going on social media. And the reason why I came up to address this today, I've also done a sit-down video which will come up in 2 days' time or so. But the reason why we actually went in to look at this and to listen to some of the voice notes was when I started watching the reactors that I watched, and I saw what's going on. I had to go back to the source of their information. I go to that channel and Choice TV, and I have to hear things for myself, and it did not give me joy at all. Some of the things I heard there did not give me joy. By Unique Grace, thank you so much for being here. And then because these children have got they're children to me. These children have got children. That's why it bothered me, and that's why I'm actually putting my mouth. Mainly one of the reasons I may have put my mouth even if they don't have children, because my priority is for families to be together and for things to work. So even if they don't have children, I would have still talked about it. But what motivated me more to talk about it is the fact that they have children, young children for that matter. You know, social media does not lie. Even if they take down those videos or they private those voice message, it's all gone viral. Most reactors have got it. It's all in their channel. So who would you ask to stop and not the other person? It's gone viral. So that's what we discussed today, and we just use them as point of contact, because we know that these things happen in some families. Even worse things happen, but because they did not bring their own to social media, we do not know about that. So this is just we use this to just talk through. And if we know other people or other family, or even our own families where this is going on, that this will help us to know that things are happening and there are things that you don't bring to social media. And then another thing that concerned us that we talked about is the fact that recording people, when you're having discussion with people and people are putting on their thing to record you, and after recording you, it's not enough that they recorded you maybe to remember what was said. If people record to say, oh, I just want to record to remember what I said and what she said or what he said, that would be different. But this time around, the recording is like people record and share. And then the person they shared the recording to now decided to share with a reactor and told the reactor to air it, to air it so that everybody can hear the discussion, which we all agreed was a big error. That person that shared those discussions did not mean well. And we also mentioned the fact that here in the diaspora, recording somebody without consent and sharing without consent is an offense, a criminal offense. But another way we looked at it was that the person who asked the reactor to share this may have gotten consent from one person or one of them, because when you look at that voice note, it's like, I don't know, it doesn't, it's some of them look one-sided, some of them are balanced because you could hear two voices, but some of them you can only hear one voice. So we're not here to take sides. All we did today was just to analyze it and to say how this is going to affect families, especially children, and that the person that shared the voice note did not do well. Whatever their reason for sharing it to the reactor and then encouraging the reactor, told the reactor, I want you to air this. The reactor just did what was asked of her, because that's her niche, that's what she does. So she shared it, and then it went viral, and a lot of things started coming out. Many things that we did not know about this family, most of us know now. All the things that should have been kept private and wrapped up are all in the open. How can anybody see that man now walking down the street? What they will be doing in their head, some of them will be doing their hair, sizing him, what is inside there, what did that woman say about you? And then the other man, you, I better watch myself. I heard that he's been inside, he's been inside before. Let us just watch him before he dupes us. You see, and all other things that came up, that should not have happened. A lot was said, a lot was revealed, and that's a cause for concern. So people should stop these recording things. If you have to record somebody, tell them that you're recording, so they will be aware. That's what you call informed consent. So they know that you're recording them, and they say, yeah, I don't care if you record me. You can record, I don't mind. You can even record me if you want to share it, share it. And then they start talking. Then you can even hear it on that record that you told the person, I'm recording this, and the person said, I don't care. You record it, I'm saying the truth anyway. That becomes different, because some people will do that. Some people who don't have any shame will even say worse things that we heard and say, yes, record it. After all, one of the men said to the other man, record that bit and send it to your mother-in-law. That's what I said, that she is this. So some people don't have shame. So even if you have told them that you're recording, they may even say worse things out of ego, out of meaning, do you know who I am? They will just say, record. You think that if you tell me you're recording me, that will put me off. So that may have been the case, but at least you've told the person you're recording. And then as for sharing it to third party, you have to get consent from that third party. And even if you get consent, then say to yourself, this thing I'm about to share, I've listened to this voice recording. They're very vulgar, they're very insulting, they're very disrespectful. They talked about an old woman, calling her names and all the rest of it. Is it really worth sharing? They've talked about people's past. They've talked about people's private. Is it really Is it really worth sharing? Even just ask yourself, we are adults. Ask yourself that question. What will be the benefit of me forwarding this voice note to a reactor? And the reactor, what will be the good news for me, good here? What will this achieve? Me sharing this to the whole world. That's 1,000,001 question that we all have to answer individually. We are also different. The way we are reasoning things, some of us are reasoning things here, are not the way people listen. That's why we are all different human beings. We reason and see these things differently. But here today, we have all aired our views. We have not condemned anybody, so to say, but we use their case as, to talk around it. And for people, oh, Uju, you're still here. Yeah, so you're still here. Very disturbing. Yes, Uju, it's very disturbing. Sometimes some of these some of them don't see what we see. Sometimes they don't fully get it. And because if anybody will be in Oyoyo's comment section and saying, or even came on stage to say, I don't blame the person that shared that those voice notes at all. I don't blame that person. In fact, I'm happy that that person shared it. Seriously? So how? Make it make sense to me why you're saying that you don't blame that person, or if the person really meant well, the person would have called them and sorted it out if they can't hear their own mothers. Since their mothers have said that they did three hours of reconciliation, since that didn't work, and since they can hear and trust this person to have sent this voice note to this person, what this person could have done, if they really meant well for this family, would have been to call them and try, because sometimes people don't hear their own parents, but they hear other people. Yes, I know how many people we have dealt with who are not our biological children. They didn't hear their mothers and their father, but they heard myself and my husband. They heard us, and they did what we asked them to do because of the respect they have for us. So that person that shared this, I would think that you are a grown woman, because they said it's a she, so it's a woman, that what you would have done, having listened, because I'm sure you listened to all the voice notes before you shared it, you should have helped this family. If you really mean well for this family, you should have helped them, but not asking a reactor. And it's a big reactor that a lot of people watch from all over the world. When this reactor is doing her live stream, we're not talking about, look at how many people do we have here today. This is just, by the time she said hello, she's got 3 times the people I've got today on my whole live stream. This is the type of reactor you went to show. That meant that you want the whole world to see and hear this disgusting incident, disgusting family issue. You didn't do well. As Oyoyo said, it's only God, that you and God need to sort this out. Have you achieved your aim? Because from what the reactor said, that the reason why the lady asked her to share it is that she's had enough of this family issue, that she wants this to be sorted once and for all. Hey, I'm going to start. I don't want even to go more, because this makes me, each time I think about it, I try not to let these things get to me. But why I want to discuss it, as I said, is because of families and children who are involved. It does not make sense at all. I've been wanting somebody to make it make sense to me, but obviously nobody has been able to make it make sense to me. So I'm glad that we are all on the same page. I hear you saying welcome to Bible Quiz channel. What is she here? No, I missed things when I saw Bible Quiz channel. Oh yes, thank you for coming, my dear. We are just rounding up. Yeah, we have been here for almost 3 hours now. We are rounding up. We just try to put our mouth into this. This is not a reaction channel. It's a family channel, and anything to do with family and people's health. I did it on my Ifechi Health and Wellness today because I want us to talk around our wellness, our mental health, our general health, how this is affecting us. Sometimes people who are listening, it even affects them more than those people who are saying these things. That's why some people are saying here they don't listen. I don't listen to some of these things, but some of these reactors are my people I subscribe to, and I love them. So I watch them from time to time. It's from them that I started hearing things. I'm like, what? Hold on a minute. Because I know I'm going to talk about it. I have to go back to the original source to listen. And as I was listening, I was shaking, and I'm like, no. If I didn't hear this directly, I'll be thinking that they're adding their own salt and pepper to it. But having listened to it, I said, no, this is worrying. This is a cause for concern. We need to talk. I know that a lot of people are not here. They won't want to know. They will say, after all, they brought it to the social media. Yes, I totally agree with you all. They brought it to social media. It's not your fault for reacting. I'm not blaming the reactors at all. But the thing is, family issues should remain with family. And the way the family was going, if this person did not share this voice note, maybe, just maybe, with time, they will start getting used to themselves, and these things will gradually die down. But because this thing has now come up in the open, and people are saying all sorts, and people are just reacting, and sometimes commenters are even worse. What the commenters say, sometimes when you read them, you think, oh my God, So that escalated a lot of things. But there's nothing that God cannot do. If they repent of this and they get themselves together, it's still possible that things can be rectified. But the way we are seeing it at the moment, it's not looking good. It's not helping anybody. Somebody is in a situation where they are pregnant. When a woman is pregnant, when a woman delivers in Igbo land, they say "Oli to go," meaning has she calmed down? Because it's like you are up somewhere, and then when you deliver, we hear the voice of the mother, we hear the voice of the child, we say, thank God, she has calmed down. So now, what I want this pregnant one to be doing is to concentrate on her pregnancy and her young family, and make amends. In other words, she makes amends directly with herself, make amends with herself, make amends with people that she needs to make amends with, and have an open mind, especially in her situation. This is a situation where people will just be more prayerful. You don't need anything, you don't need any distraction, especially when you have somebody growing inside you. What you need at that time is peace. You need calmness in spirit. You need peace. You need to make amends. In fact, that's the time when, even if you have enemies before, that's the time you want to go and clear things with your enemy. It's not time to start a new problem. So that's my advice to the one that is pregnant, that I heard the voice note that disturbed me. Even in her situation, she could be able to say things like that. It's not very good. So I'm advising you as a mom. You are in your 30s. My children are in their 30s. So I'm not talking like a girl here. I'm not talking like somebody who has not actually been in your age and been in that situation where somebody, I used to, in those days, when you, me, who are you? But that was then. And I was much younger. I wasn't in my 30s. By the time I go into my 30s, I've already had all my children. And, I now know what is good and bad. And I start from there. So I started having my children, and because I respect my husband so much, I have to listen to what he says. Before I do anything, I cannot go and make that kind of video. Make that kind of voice note to another person's husband, or even to anybody, as a matter of fact, without him knowing that I'm about to make this kind of video. He will tell me, you don't do that. And as soon as he says that, I will not go ahead. So it shows a lot of things. That this voice note shows a lot of things. It shows lack of respect. It shows lack of proper upbringing. It shows lack of, for the man, it shows lack of leadership. It shows that I don't know who is the husband in that family. And these two families, I don't know who is the husband. I don't know who is the wife. I don't know what is going on in these families. Because from what we've seen, which they have brought out to us to see, it's like a cinema. It's like a cinema. We saw everything. Or most things anyway. We saw most things. We heard most things that we shouldn't have heard. It showed there's no leadership, no respect, no trying to think things through before you act. It shows a lot of things came out of this particular scenario. These two families, a lot of things came out of there. People are talking about their mothers. I don't want to talk about their mothers today, because there's a reason why I don't want to talk about their mothers, but I'm talking about these particular people. They are adults and they are married. That's why I don't want to bring their mothers in. I'm talking about them, and I'm talking about their husbands. Their husband should be like, crown, where you protect your wife. When your wife tells you something like that, you shouldn't be the one that will go out there and start giving another person a mouthful. You should be the one to calm your wife down. And somebody was saying to me, hey, what this thing you are saying, you are seeing it from a different angle. Some women won't let their wife talk. Sorry, there are some women who won't let their husband talk. They will shut their husband down. They will tell them to get out. They will tell them also, they will even, and that this appears to be the scenario that we are looking at. That's what somebody said to me, that it's not about the man taking control. But that meant that there's lack of control from the beginning. Because from the beginning of a marriage, you need to get your priorities right. You need to know who is the head of this home. I didn't say who is the breadwinner of this home. I'm talking about who is the head of this home. In some homes, the woman might be the so-called breadwinner, which meant that she is bringing in more money than the man, but it does not make her the head of that home. The man is still the head. In most families, it happens, and you will never know, because the woman goes behind to protect her husband, because she knows that she's getting more. Each time they want to present something, she will go through her husband, and husband will be the one that will present it on their behalf. That's how you cover each other up. So I don't keep her saying, oh, because she's the breadwinner. I don't want to know. They're not the first. If she is, it's not the first. It happens not in most, but in some families. So that should not come into it at all. But I think Igbo people say that meaning that this thing started from beginning and it was not addressed. It was just left, and it's now got to the stage where even if the husband tries to say anything, will be like, when did this one start? When did you stop supporting me? Oh, yeah, now for those people. And that the man being that, oh, maybe I don't want any trouble, the one now to, so that somebody that is caged. We don't know the full story. We don't even want to know the full story. But what I can see, there's a lot of lessons to learn from this scenario. There's a lot of lessons. And I'm praying that we don't hear more. Please, I thank God that the reactor said that she has more voice note, but she's not going to play anymore. That I heaved a sigh of relief when she said that, please, keep by your word. Don't play anymore. This one is enough, And once again, the bearer of these bad tidings, well done. Well done. That's all I can say. May God help these families, using them as point of contact for other families who are going through similar issues. Some people are going through worse, but we have not heard because they did not bring it to social media. So I'm using this family who have brought their dirty linen in public to use them as point of contact for other families who are going through something like this or even worse, where a woman does not know her place in the home, a husband does not know his place in the home. A husband cannot make decisions without saying that he wants to go and ask people. Yes, I know there are husbands like that. They have to go and ask somebody what they think before they know how to act in their own home. Now, so, as I said, I'm praying for the pregnant one. You're going to carry your pregnancy to full term. Pray, be prayerful. Pray for yourself. Ask God to forgive you if you really think that you've done anything wrong by all the utterances. I'm not telling you what to do, but I'm just advising, suggesting to you the right thing to do in your situation. Ask God for forgiveness. Have an open mind and a clear mind so that you can carry your pregnancy and be joyful. Pregnancy is time people will rejoice. It's not when you have to be frowning. It's not the time or time for you to be thinking of what next to taste to that person. Let me just sleep and wake up and I'll give them. I didn't even finish what I want to say to them the other day. No, it's not the time. It's time for you to enjoy the blessing of God. And it's not the time for you to make mockery, either directly or indirectly, of another person. It's not the time. There's no time at all. Not even whether you're pregnant or not. There's never a time anybody, any human being should make mockery, either directly or indirectly. Because from the voice note we heard, there was direct mockery there. You need to ask God for forgiveness for that. God is God of justice. He is God of mercy and at the same time, God of justice. So we have to be very careful. And this is where I'm going to end this video today. And once again, I thank all my co-hosts today, those of you who came up here to make a wonderful contribution. And I thank everybody that's been here today. Let me see, without speaking with the man of the house first. Yes, that's the thing. No matter whether you think your husband is a nincompoop, whether you think your husband is nothing, he is the head of that home. If not, why did you get married to him? You shouldn't have got married. You should have been an independent woman. And then we know that you're an independent woman. So you can make your decisions. You can go to the market and be naked. You can go to the market and do whatever you want to do. And they'll say, who is that woman? They'll say, that one, she lives there. They'll be talking about you, not, oh, is that woman? She's the one married to. You see, that man's name is now being mentioned. No. Once you're married, if you're not prepared for marriage, then don't bother. Once you're married, within reason, I'm not saying if your husband is doing something that is wrong, that you have to obey in all things. If they're doing something that is wrong and they want you to join them in putting your hand in dirty things or doing things that are not biblical and not within your values and things that are not things you agreed with in that marriage or things that you're not comfortable with, I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is things that make a home to function properly, which is somebody did something and you think you share it with your husband. You share it with your husband. That husband should now be a man in the home by not reacting immediately. You don't have to react. You have to respond. If that man had not reacted to what his wife said, if he had responded, what he would have done is, how he would have responded would have been, oh, really? She did a video. Okay, what is that about? Let me go and watch it myself. Even if the woman said, hey, there's no point for you to watch. It doesn't mean that you don't trust me. I'm telling you that this is what she did and you're saying you want to watch. Say to her, with all her madness or whatever, say to her, yes, I hear you. But let me just listen now. Before I put my mouth, let me just listen. That's what a proper man and a man who is the head of the home will do. You don't go and start attacking. And when the other man asks you, have you watched the video? You said no. That's where you failed it from the beginning. But as I say, we are not here to point fingers. We are here for other men and other women and every one of us to learn. Because when things like this happen, you can even search yourself and say, oh, maybe if it's me, maybe I didn't think it that way. So we learn from this thing. So today's live stream is for us to learn. I can't believe we have now spent 3 hours. From 2 hours, we have now spent 3 hours. But I think it's 3 hours well spent because we have delved into this and we have all agreed today, everyone on this, both people who came up and those people who are in the chat, we have all agreed that the person that shared that horrible voice notes did not do well. And that person did not mean well for that family, even though they may think otherwise, but they did not. And they need to do some amendments. They need to go back to the drawing board and see how they can help with this situation. I don't know how they'll do it because these have gone viral. You know, negative things go viral and positive things don't go viral. That is how unfortunate the world we are in now is. Bad things, you hear it all the time. Even in the news, normal news, you put 6 o'clock news here in you, all you'll be hearing is all the bad news. Even you don't even hear one good one. That's the world we live in. Bad news is what makes news. Good news do not make news, but we want to be hearing good news. And we can't wait for the pregnant woman to reach to full term, to deliver her baby, and we're going to rejoice. And people, she said that they shouldn't rejoice with her. Please keep your rejoicing to yourself. Keep your rejoicing to yourself. Let there be peace. What we want is peace. There's nothing in this world. There's nothing in this life. You may quarrel with somebody today. You go to bed, you may not wake up the next day. I did a video recently, and that was a true story, where that brother passed away in the night after having an argument with his younger brother. Things happen. So let us please, anything that will cause problem, anything that will break families, anything that will break marriage or relationship, let us refrain from getting involved in that. And on this note, I'm going to say thank you so much, everyone. B-Joy Special, Versatile Nurse Frances, my spicy lady, who was also a co-host today, Ebu Niger Mama, thank you. Uju Talk Show, thank you so much for coming. People have come and gone throughout this. As I say, we have been here for 3 hours. The Bible Quiz Channel, thank you so much. Natty Slim. Natty Slim has been here from almost at the beginning. Thank you, Natty. I appreciate that so much. Who else is in the house? Amstel Beauty was here. Yo-Yo's World was here. She was a co-host as well. Gore's Corner was here. She was a co-host as well, and she was one of my super chatters. Rose Ehujo, thank you so much. She was here. Unique Grace was here as well. There's been a lot of people that came and gone. Code with Samuel was here at a point, and yeah, quite a number of people. And this person that came in with an O as his name, his or her name, I don't know who the person is. Welcome. Oh, Nemuzo. Nemuzo was here. She contributed immensely in the comment section, and she also one of my super chatters. God bless you, Nemuzo, for all you do for us on this YouTube. And Oni's TV was here. And Anna Abai Official super chatted me, as well as Gores. Thank you all so much. May God replenish each and every one of you. And whoever else I've not mentioned, you are all, Spy, you've been in, I hope you got a bit of the gist of what happened, even though I could not go on and on, it was just too much, but at least you got the gist of it all. Bye, everyone. Thank you for being here. AA was one of the ones who was here even before I started the live stream, and see, she's still here. Thank you. I'm waiting for you. I want to hear from you, AA. Okay, that's something I want to tell you. Okay, then, everyone. And we're going to meet again by God's grace next week Sunday. It will be on a different mode. Next week Sunday, we're going to meet an Ifechi family and to bring in the month of July. Hey, I can't believe it. That next week Sunday will be 2nd of July. Do you believe it? Where has this year gone to? So we're going to be on a different mode. We're not going to be going back to this thing that made our spirit to be low today. I didn't even have chance to dance. Apart from that dance, I danced starting here, which was only AA and somebody else that was there at the time. I didn't even have chance to sing and dance today as I normally do on my live stream. This thing just took our time today. But next week, Sunday, by the grace of God, Ifechi family, 4 p.m. UK time, we are going to welcome the month of July. We're going to pray for all the people that are going to celebrate their birthdays in July. And we are going to sing and dance and worship God. This people's family is now behind us. We can just leave it behind us. We have talked, said what we can. All we can do is to talk. The rest is now up to them. But next week, Sunday, we are moving on. We are moving on to welcome the month of July. Get ready. We're going to dance and sing and talk about things that will, make us, and not things that we will be hearing and we think, oh, this is horrible. Oh, this is terrible. No, we don't want to go there next Sunday. So looking forward to seeing you all on the Ifechi Family Channel next week Sunday, same time, 4 p.m. UK time. Remain blessed, everyone. I love you all. Have a blessed week. And we are all going to have different kinds of testimonies. I don't know what it is that you're waiting for. Those things will start waiting for you. God bless you all. Have a blessed week. Enjoy this kind of sunshine we are enjoying here. What is the time now? It's 19:08. Look at the sunshine. Look at my back garden. Look at that flower. I wish you can see it. It's just so good. The weather is so beautiful. Yes, amen. Thank you. But yes, thank you so much, Goris. I really appreciate your input today. I appreciate that so much. Bye, everyone. I'm signing out now. Have a blessed week. Looking forward to seeing you next Sunday by God's grace. Goodbye.